Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
We're waiting on Bart. Should be here momentarily. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and, of course, on YouTube and, of course, on the ESPN New York app. You're welcome. Good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm Carlin. He's Bart. He will be here shortly. He is over at Jets today taking care of some things, and so he is unavoidably detained for the moment. I don't know if there's technical issues. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But I find out 8 seconds before air, no Bart. So here's where we are. He'll be here shortly, though. I rest assured that will happen. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. It is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. There's a lot to get to today, including the Hall of Fame semifinalists that just came out. That includes Eli Manning, and you're trying to figure out whether or not this is going to be a year that he's going to get in. And I got to tell you, I am not feeling great about the situation. We will deal with that through the course of the show. We will deal with the Jets. I have been asking myself this question for roughly 48 hours, and I held it to today because I wanted to give it time to breathe, just to let it simmer, let it settle. Are the Jets simply a quarterback away? What does that look like? Are they simply a quarterback away at this point? We will get into that because it is a debatable discussion. How many quarterbacks would actually make the Jets a playoff team now? We will talk about that shortly. And Mr. Scott is now with us. We got technical issues. What the hell's going on over there?
Man, they got all their rooms all tied up because everybody's trying to do everything for Thanksgiving, of course, so everybody's mashing everything in. So they put me in the press room, and the press room has no Ethernet, so they brought me to another room that has Ethernet. So we finally got after, the third time's the charm. We just plugging in ports all over the place.
Well, here we are. You're here. That's what matters.
Yeah, they got me in the reporter's room, and that kind of makes me feel nervous because I don't like being in a reporter's
How many times were you up at that podium?
Exactly. I can see, hey, just ask Rich. He knows everything.
Anyway, I just, I'm kind of not looking forward to Thanksgiving, and we can get into that and why. I don't know. Are you a big Thanksgiving guy?
Thanksgiving is probably my favorite holiday simply because it's not about things. I feel like Christmas is so commercialized. You have, nobody ever wants to leave when you get all your stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to leave their house when they just got Mario Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
that's true.
Yeah. Forget my cousins.
That's
I don't
true.
want to go hang out with them. I just got Mario Brothers, man. I'm trying to beat the game.
Listen, I'm going to be around some people that I really like a lot, and that's not really the issue. It's just more of, I just want to be alone. just leave me alone. It's been a year, Bart. We moved. We got a whole lot of crap going on. I got games all over the place, and I'm not complaining. I need some Carlin time. I need to spend time with me, which is normally not something I'm terribly comfortable with because I don't know if you know this, I'm kind of a jerk. I can be kind of a jerk and kind of a lot to deal with.
Do you have any nieces and nephews?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Many.
You like Uncle Jerk. You know what I'm saying?
See,
Everybody
but here's the
Uncle
thing.
Jerk.
It used to be where I would be the human jungle gym for the nieces and nephews. They were all so small that
big.
Yeah, exactly. And I was this big dude, and they were all 6 and under, and would just climb all over me. But now, like, I'm going to my closest friend's house. Their kids are like my nieces and nephews. And my sister's going to be there, too, and some dear friends of ours as well. But the kids are in college. The kids are out of college and in college. And then my niece is in high school. And, she just wants to play Roblox.
Yeah. They on Snapchat and all that stuff. They probably like, listen, like, because my daughter makes fun of me all the time. I have no idea what she be doing. She be pointing her camera at me when I'm driving. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is she doing? She got me on Snapchat. She making my forehead super big. And then she's posting it to her friends, and her friends are laughing at me. I'm like, hold up, man. Listen, I am not come here. This is elderly abuse.
Well, really what this boils down to for me is I have really just started getting into a groove with this new couch. And we are –
ooh, you get to break it in for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we are forming a relationship. We are forming a bond, and I have not felt this good about a decision in my life since asking my wife to marry me. Really, really, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, I was trying to put it together. When is the last time I made this good of a decision besides on this couch? And that's pretty much it.
Are you saying you're developing? Are you developing the proper sinkhole that's
exactly
your spot? So
exactly.
Anybody else in your spot is uncomfortable for them, but it's made just for your cheeks.
It's got one of those. It's like a corner couch, and it's got like, I guess they call it a cuddle seat, but they should call it the Carlin seat because those feet are up, man. I got plenty of room. The couch does not take up the entire area. It is so freaking perfect. I took my first nap on it the other day. Oh,
you took your first nap?
Oh, my first nap on it Sunday afternoon for about a half hour. It was beautiful. Oh, I wanted to cry. And now I got to go over to somebody else's house for Thanksgiving.
Oh, man. See, the worst is, like, it's funny because it's a little meme that was out there. They talk about the different type of families, the different type of family members that show up. You know what I mean? And different type of couples that show up. You got the couple that just got finished having an argument all the way there. And they come in. Then you got the one that's late with all the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they got too many damn kids. Then you got the fashionable one, the one that got everything that everybody envy and they get mad at her. I love the different types of family, just a family watch.
Yeah. What is the biggest blow up that you've ever had at a holiday? Was there?
Well, it usually
it doesn't have to involve weapons or anything because I've never had that, but I've had some buttes.
Well, it usually comes down to like who cheated on the spades game or who cheated who cheated on the Keno game. 3 tight, nice. 4 square centers, you know what I'm saying? Keno, you know what I'm saying? It usually comes with the money when you start putting the money in the pot. You know, that's after the games are over and that's when the drinks start kicking in and you start gambling. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. It was like, remember Roscoe Jenkins? Like, oh, God, they shooting dice again. You hear him arguing. Roll it again. You cuffing the dice.
Oh, my God. That's tremendous. And ours are always just based in old family grudges that haven't gone away. And it's, they were usually started by my mother, and she's not around anymore. So, and honestly,
since 1982, you've been trying to be like me, Susie.
Like, oh, damn.
Well, you little floozy, you stole my boyfriend. Like, oh, God.
Like
come on.
My father's sisters, my 2 aunts, if my mom could have thrown them out the house 5, 6, 7 times on different occasions, it was always, who's going to be out in the garage arguing tonight? Who's going to the garage?
Whose house did you guys used to do it over?
We used to do it at our house a lot. Because I had 2 aunts that would come over from Brooklyn. There would be every once in a while we would go over to Long Island, which was just an abject nightmare driving on the Bell Parkway on Thanksgiving. Dear God, shoot me. We were there for the Leon Lett game. And
wow.
I love my family on Long Island. It's just getting there. We've seen each other maybe 5 times in the last 20 years.
Yeah. I'm sure. Like,
and a couple of those were funerals.
It's like your family lives out the country. No, Long Island.
No, pretty much. They could either live in Sweden or they live in Massapequa. You know. Anyway. We've been getting into it for the last 10 minutes on this stuff, but we'll get into some other stuff that I want to start with. And because you're out of Jets today, let's get into the state of the Jets. I also want to get into the Yankees and Hal Steinbrenner yesterday, who used a word that I'm told in Yankee land you're not supposed to use anymore, but he did use it.
I think I heard that word.
And we will get into that. It is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Get involved on the show on the ESPN New York YouTube page as well, and at 800-919-3776. So I've been spending the last 48 hours, Bart, thinking about this concept. Are the Jets simply a quarterback away? And what I mean is, when I look at the rest of the roster, if I had put a quarterback from a different team on the Jet roster now, would they be a playoff team now? And how many of those teams around the league, how many of those quarterbacks around the league are there? Because that makes me believe, well, maybe it's not just a quarterback, and what is this going to look like this offseason? So I put it to you, this coming offseason, do you foresee this being a purge of sorts of more Joe Douglas people, or do you foresee this being more of, this is a tweak, this is a, we got to get the quarterback and then we're good to go situation?
You know, it's crazy. I just finished shooting my show with the Jets, and, EA said something that was very interesting. He said, he asked me, did I realize that 21% of the roster, the people on this roster now weren't on this roster before training camp?
That's a bigger number than I would have thought.
Yeah, it's like he's acquired so many pieces via trade, during the season, and bringing guys in. And, you can say that, every move that he's made has kind of worked out, whether it was Bromley, whether it was Mitchell, Mechie. He's made some good in-season decisions and moves, and these are all guys that are young. Even if they go into the draft and they draft a receiver, which we anticipate them doing, they'll have 4 or 5 receivers, all under the age of 25.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a very young group, and I want to see what they can do in the draft, because ultimately that's really where they're going to be measured at. Do they decide to get the quarterback this year, or do they decide to get the quarterback next year? Those are all the things that we want to know. And do they decide to I don't know if they're quarterback away. I think, they still need somebody special in the interior. I mean, I'm looking at all the stories that's coming out about Quinnen Williams, and it almost makes you sad as a Jet player. Like, man, we had that and we gave that away. They were talking about the speech that he gave at halftime that led to the comeback, and it's like, oh man, that's right, he is a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And but you got to replace that type of leadership. I think the Jets need some impact safeties, some corners. So I don't know if they're one season away. I think next year can be the season where they push for a playoff spot, and the next year playoffs should be mandatory.
I don't think there's any doubt, but that's the thing. Like, we're talking about 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Now the playoffs should be mandatory, and that was supposed to be this year. Like, I think we all felt like they had a good chance to make the playoffs this year. Is that fair? I mean, maybe because of the quarterback, maybe good chances is strong. Is it just a chance that they had to make the playoffs?
I mean, we thought that we didn't know what was going to happen.
We certainly thought last year was going to be a lot better.
Yeah, last year with Rodgers, we thought, hell, and listen, it wasn't just us. The entire NFL thought so. They want their money back for the Aaron Rodgers experiment. They looking at all the money they spent in making Jets the feature game of the week. Every week it seemed like we were on national TV. This is the first year in which we've had like just a normal schedule. So I think listen, the team, I don't know how they address the quarterback position. Is it Mac Jones? I mean, I don't know if I'll let Mac Jones get too far looking at how Brock Purdy looked yesterday.
Brock Purdy was pretty bad last night. And if you're San Francisco, you just paid Brock Purdy. I don't know how you're going to be able to pay Mac Jones, too.
Tell me this. Would you be upset if the Jets went for Brandon Ayuk, being that they don't have to pay him no money?
Would I be upset?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think that – I mean, you got a guy –
If he ends up getting cut and you get him for virtually nothing, why would I – no, that wouldn't make me upset.
Cause I think
that's a guy with something to prove.
Yeah, I think his contract is – null and void.
They voided out a lot of his guarantees for 2026, which means to me
they can cut him. Yeah, it means they can cut him.
It means they can cut him, but it also means to me that there was some things going on there that enabled them to void him, like whether he didn't show up for workouts or something like that.
Well, he refused to participate.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, so I think that's
they apparently voided him like back in July.
Wow, and
that's when they voided the guarantees for next year.
Yeah, he chose not to fight it with the NFLPA, which is crazy.
I don't understand any of it. If he just wanted to get paid and then get the hell out, or what? But whatever it is, No, I would not be upset at that. I guess, Bart, what I keep coming back to is I feel like this purge is going to be a little bit bigger than we all anticipate. I look at it, and I see what they've done in bringing in a couple of these receivers to give them chances. And you took two cornerstone pieces, and you traded them away to go and get draft picks for the future. Whether or not you had fallen out of love with Sauce Gardner, okay, I can understand it. We both talked about how difficult it was for them mentally to trade away Quinnen, but they still did it. And you saw the impact that he had the other day, and whether or not, Quinnen asked for a trade, but it wasn't like Quinnen is like, get me the hell out of here.
Demanded a trade, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like I'm not playing until I'm somewhere else. That's not what this was. From what I gather in that building, it was a very, very difficult goodbye with Quinnen. So having said all of that, like, what is to make me believe that, for instance, this offseason, they wouldn't turn around and trade Garrett Wilson if the right thing came along? This is – I'm wondering – I feel like this is going to be a bigger purge because this has turned so bad this season.
But I think they have a real chance to win the next 3 games. I think they have a real chance to win the next 3 games, in my opinion. So if they do that, then –
But how can I feel that way? Like, how can I feel after what I saw this past week? Both quarterbacks are not very good. I mean, Tyrod's better, but he's not much better. And the Jets put themselves in a position to lose that game. So I can look at these games and think they have a chance. But
I think those decisions was based on the coordinator, meaning the coach, going for it on 4th down. That, in my opinion, that's what cost them the game.
Oh, I totally agree. But let's also keep in mind that shouldn't happen to be the complete change in the game in the third quarter. Like, that should not be what buries you.
Yeah.
And that was what buried them in the game.
Well, Breece Hall fumbling, after that, made it worse because that was going in to score to make it a 1-score game.
This just feels to me like it's going to be – I don't know that Aaron Glenn and Muji are done, is my point.
Oh, no. I mean, it's real questions about Breece. We hope that Breece is here. Maybe they tag him, and if somebody offers him something, the right thing, maybe they trade him on that too. So I'm concerned with that because I think Breece has earned the right, and it's going to be interesting to see Breece side by side by Bijan Robinson. I think Bijan Robinson is a better back than Breece, but I don't think it's by leaps and bounds. I think it's the difference between like Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Or Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's like leaps and bounds where I think everything that Breece does, Bijan just does a little better.
How many teams have quarterbacks right now? Just off the top of your head, and I can go through a couple of them if you want, some of the questionable ones.
Yeah.
But how many definitive quarterbacks right now would make the Jets a playoff team right now?
I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence. I don't believe in him at all.
No.
I guess if I had to say how many guys, well, we know that.
I'll just give you the guys that we would, again, we're going to assume health in this conversation, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to give you the guys that I think are definites. Josh Allen would make them a playoff team. Fair?
Correct.
Lamar Jackson would make them a playoff team. If he's a healthy Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow would make them a playoff team. Is that fair?
Yep.
Would we look at
Patrick Mahomes, of course.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts.
Would Jalen Hurts make them a playoff team? I don't know if we can say that for sure.
They'll be gritty. I think so.
Caleb Williams.
No.
Goff.
Yeah, because we've seen him in his system.
Stafford.
Of course.
Yes. But this is my point. Like,
Dak Prescott, I would throw Dak Prescott there.
Okay. I'd buy that. I'd buy that more than Goff.
And Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert would definitely make them a playoff team?
Yeah, I believe so.
So we're talking about like 6 or 7 guys, right? We're talking about the top 6 or 7 guys in the league. I don't know that we would go much beyond that. Like, you can't convince me.
Jaden Daniels. Just because he took a horrible.
Too soon, man.
He took a horrible. We're assuming health, right?
We are assuming health, but
so he took a horrible can't block offensive line. He'll be behind one of the best offensive lines in football.
I can't say it yet.
Okay.
I can't say it yet. My simple. If I took Darnold and put it on this team,
No, it could be close.
okay. My point is simply like the Jets at the moment are a playoff team. If you take the top 7 quarterbacks in the league right now
Correct.
and put them on the Jets. So it makes me believe that they're a lot further away than just the quarterback, because I can't operate under an assumption that you're going to be able to get one of those guys. I hope and I pray, but I can't operate under that assumption anymore given what the hit rates are on quarterbacks in the draft.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I totally anticipate them to maybe try and upgrade their backup room, maybe even make Tyrod a 3. I think maybe going out and trying to look at Mac Jones for a couple of years, 2 years. Maybe if you can get him to take the same 2-year deal that you got Justin Fields to take, but just probably $40 million instead of 30. You may be able to get Mac Jones in here and see if he can play. Or
See, but this right here,
bridge quarterback.
This right here, this sucks. This to me, this sucks because we're always in this conversation of the bridge, of the next guy, of maybe the draft isn't worth it this year, all of those things. And so I'm not blaming the Jets because it's very hard to do. And you have to get lucky sometimes. That's just all there is to it. You have to get lucky with some of your selections if you don't have the number 1 pick. And like, for instance, I would look at a team like, I don't know, the Chargers. The Chargers got lucky that the Dolphins took Tua first.
Yeah.
That's pure luck for where they are.
So this year, if somebody takes Mendoza first, like who's that? Oh, man.
Is it Ty Simpson? Is it Nussmeier? Like, I don't know who that other guy is.
You remember when we started this season, we talked about how many of these guys were supposed to be great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man. And we're not talking about none of them. We're not talking about Penn State. We're not talking about Clemson.
Yep.
We're not talking about any of the people we're talking. Everybody we're talking about, Oregon, Indiana, Alabama. We didn't say anything about them at the beginning of the season.
Not a peep about any of those 3. And you were talking more about Cade Klubnik at Clemson.
Yep.
You were talking more about Drew Aller at Penn State, who got hurt, and he's out for the year. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many things to that, Bart, that I can't remember a year where before the season, and Arch, for that matter, Arch above all else, where you looked at the group and said, this is going to be a special group, and by the middle of the season, you forgot the majority of them.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. When does that ever happen? And then you're talking about guys that you didn't even bring up.
And that's the thing, like, and especially like a guy like Mendoza, like comes out of nowhere, right? Ty Simpson, I don't know. Did you have Ty Simpson? Were you familiar with Ty Simpson before the season?
I can't sit here and tell you I was.
And you do college football.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I knew of him and I've seen him play, but I can't sit here and tell you that I thought he was a top guy. I can't sit here and tell you that I thought Dante Moore was going to be a top guy. Mendoza, I saw play some at Cal, but I didn't think that it was going to be an unbelievable transformation into a potential number 1 pick.
That's why you just never know. You never have any idea like how guys are going to progress and how the season's going to go.
I mean, it speaks more to how it's kind of a crapshoot on that front, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at here like, hey, man, Arch need to go back to school, right? It's too early for him. Like, needs some more cooking, more.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why the Jets is such a tough spot because we don't know what we don't know what pick they're going to get. And sometimes getting a lower pick can actually work out better because you don't get the guy that everybody thinks is a slam dunk. When's the last time that we thought they were a slam dunk and they were a slam dunk? I mean, people just thought, Justin Herbert.
People thought Trevor Lawrence was a slam dunk.
I would say Herbert, but I would say Herbert was the last one that we thought was a slam dunk.
Did we think Burrow was a slam dunk?
No, we didn't know. He had one good year. Yeah, he
really had 2. It's just we didn't talk about him as much the first year as much. He had a massive year that last year where he set all the records.
LSU, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you look at all
and
the
he had
talent
Chase and Jefferson.
Right. You look at the talent you got, you're like, okay, I can throw to that.
Yeah.
That's like anybody that comes out of Ohio State right now. You don't be like, I don't know how good he is. I mean, he's throwing the dudes that's got 4 yards of separation. Like Justin Herbert was probably like the last. Jaden Daniels was like the last one that we kind of thought, okay. Caleb Williams, that's been a mixed bag.
This is specifically what I want to hear about today. Is I want to hear from the Jet fan why, if you feel like they are just a quarterback away or not, or is it more than that? Do you feel like they are? If they had the quarterback, is this a team that within a year or two is a legitimate contender? 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app and on the YouTube page as well. Go there, get your comments in, and we will get those in. Bart is with us. He is looking sharp.
Bro, they got me in a panic room, bro. Like, I got to open a window, and like I'm right behind the kitchen, so I smell all the food. I feel like I'm gonna come out. You ever go to like Subway? You come out, you smell like baked bread.
Yeah,
that's what I smell. I smell garlic and all kind of stuff. I guarantee you, it's just sticking to my jogging suit.
So is it a panic room in that like the door is in the floor?
On the front, it says reporter. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm going down to Rocky's kitchen, you know what I'm saying, deliver the onions.
Lines are open at 800-919-3776. Are the Jets simply just a quarterback away? Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
It is very slow. Bronx Manhattan bound at the Triborough Bridge. Watch for an accident right before the split for Manhattan and the Bronx. And the southbound Harlem River Drive is very slow approaching the Triborough Bridge. You also have delays on the Throgs Neck Bridge in both directions because of midday construction. It's a little better with the Whitestone. And slow on the Van Wyck and Queens, both ways between the Belt Parkway and the Kew Gardens interchange. You also have slow traffic on the westbound Jackie Robinson Parkway from the Kew Gardens interchange out past Metropolitan Avenue. Still 30 minutes into the city at the George Washington Bridge, 20 minutes at the Lincoln Tunnel, and 30 at the Holland Tunnel, especially over the Skyway. I'm Adam Walski for 880 ESPN New York.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Hey, fans! fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
I just thought about this, and I actually want this today, too. I'll tell you what it is here in 30 seconds. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. The ESPN New York holiday party is back. Both the Michael Kay Show and Don Hahn and Rosenberg are bringing the holiday cheer at your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island, Friday, December 12th. Once again, we're collecting unwrapped toy donations this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. It all kicks off at 1 p.m. Friday, December 12th at your mother's house. Again, that's in Garden City Park, Long Island, Friday, December 12th. It's brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid. This is what I want, Bart. In addition to the Jet conversation, like we could all talk about, like, you know, who's your favorite Thanksgiving food and all that crap, right? I don't care about that. Here's what I want to know. What is the biggest Thanksgiving family altercation you've ever been involved in?
Oh, yeah.
The biggest family Thanksgiving argument where it just turned the holiday to complete crap. That's what I would like to hear today. I don't want to live in other people's misery, but I know it's not just me.
Yeah, sunshine and roses. Nobody want to care about no sunshine and roses all the time. We want to smoke.
Yeah. The holiday's about the smoke. I mean, it is. I think it's Thanksgiving more than Christmas where you have the family arguments. No, it's got to be.
Yeah. You get to politics, you get to drinking, you're watching football all day.
Right.
And also, sometimes, I know a lot of families out there had a turkey bowl.
Right, that's true.
You go out there, you play that football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets real. And then you got the new boyfriend that's coming over. Like, that'd be the real smoke. Like, the new boyfriend or girlfriend, and she ain't respectful, or she don't know how to cook, or she don't want to help in the kitchen. Oh, they judge. Listen, especially in the black community, they judge quickly.
Yeah. There was one year, I think I don't know if I told you about this recently. There was the first year that we were hosting, and in addition to the turkey that my wife was working on, we also were putting together like a little flank steak kind of situation.
Yeah.
And I put it on the grill, and I ran out of propane in the middle of it. And so
did you have to finish it in the oven?
I was so ticked off, and I'm going to Walmart to get more propane on Thanksgiving Day with just just all of the stress of hosting your first holiday right there. And I walk out front, and who's there but my Aunt Billy, who, like, you talk about
your favorite. Aunt Billy's your favorite.
Oh my God! You talk about the common denominator to family problems at holidays for me. It's Aunt Billy. And
she was a twin, right?
She wasn't a twin. She had a sister. But if I can't even imagine if there were twin pains in the ass like her. But the other one was okay, just eccentric. Billy was just a pain in the ass. But I'm walking out front, and I'm hauling out this empty propane tank, going to the car, basically slamming it into the trunk, and she just goes, "What's wrong with you?" While she's smoking on her Carlton 120.
You know what's wrong with me. Why don't you volunteer to go get some of this propane?
Yeah, exactly. Here's a good one. Let me see here. What we said this.
Bro, you make Auntie Billy sound like Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh no. Rosie O'Donnell has some positive qualities to her. Aunt Billy.
Well, at least she's talented.
Aunt Billy never had many positive qualities to her at all. Listen, I don't mean to speak ill of family, but in this case, like, I can't remember a pleasant time with her. And that includes my wedding.
Did she used to babysit you?
No. She just, I take that back. There was one pleasant time with her and her sister when I was like 4, and they took me to see the movie The Champ in the movie theater, which at the end of it was Ricky Schroeder, and the champ dies in the ring, and I'm like bawling my eyes out. Like, that was the most fun I ever had with them.
Oh, that's funny.
But, like, yeah, she would be, she said, I couldn't find the house. I said, I told you to look for the giant flag with the red R on it for Rutgers. It's not hard to find. Well, I couldn't find it. It's right there, Billy. It's right there. Here you go. Here's one from Mike on the chat. Me and my uncle got up from watching football to get a plate of food, and my cousin's wife changed the channel to Coco Melon for her kid and refused to change it back.
Whoa.
We removed her from our home.
That's sacrilegious. You gonna come in for one kid? Oh, hell no.
I want to hear that.
Kids don't even go. Kids not even supposed to be in the room with the TV. They supposed to go be playing somewhere outside.
No,
snowballs.
This is what I want to hear from you today. The biggest incident. Joe Leo, have you ever had an incident of any sort during a holiday? Specifically Thanksgiving.
Me personally, no. I'm getting to that age where my family is now viewing me as an adult in the family.
Right, so before you were just kind of immune to it all.
Right, correct.
He was still getting Capri Suns.
Right.
Exactly.
Do you still sit at the kids' table?
Not by choice.
But you still do?
Yes.
Like, is there do you have the tiny little chairs that you have to sit in now?
We've upgraded the chairs situation. We haven't upgraded the table yet. So it's more of a Hunchback of Notre Dame vibe at Thanksgiving for me.
Ray, has there ever been an incident at a holiday?
No, none that I can remember, because I avoid conflict in that I really don't care what other people's opinion of me is, so it doesn't bother me.
See, I've never been directly involved. It's always just been family members that I've seen really get involved. Like, my mom one year held such a grudge against my brother and my sister-in-law from their wedding, which was at this point 20 years earlier. And she was so mad that they were only going to have beer and wine, but no liquor at the wedding. Like, God forbid, with our family, you didn't have an open bar.
You just had Molson Ice.
And
I can't get drunk off Molson Ice. You know how many Molson Ices I got to drink for that?
But it was out of what she perceived to be cheap, and she was telling my brother Jim, hey, go to the liquor store right now. Go load up. Go to the liquor store. Here's $200. Do not come back without everything we need to make a Manhattan. And that 20 years later was still a point of contention. This might completely screw up my Thanksgiving. I don't care.
I tell you, it's usually like the girlfriend that gets it, the new girlfriend or new boyfriend.
Yeah.
That comes over that really gets it.
Yeah.
They're trying to impress. They got to help. They got to try and be witty and smart and laugh and connect. And sometimes people just don't want to do all that.
They don't want to deal. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York. Frank in Newark has got one. Holiday fight. Let me hear it, Frank. Did it end in handcuffs, Frank?
No. I mean, my family is Spanish, but they're not that Spanish now. Here's what happened. A couple years ago, my mom decides to go on vacation for the holidays. It was going to be the first holiday we were going to have without my mother around. And it was me and my three brothers, my one brother and my two sisters cooking in the kitchen. We were all going to contribute something small. Now, imagine this. You're in a small kitchen, and we're all getting in each other's way. So at some point, I looked at myself. I said, this is not fun anymore. We're bumping into each other. My brother wants to micromanage everything, and there's no collaboration.
Literally too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly. Eventually, my brother and I got into a altercation. We got into a little shove scrimmage, and then we started throwing food at each other in the kitchen. And yeah, my mother would have never liked that if she came home to a dirty kitchen.
Oh.
So,
y'all was still at your mother's house.
It was yes, it was in my mother's house, which was worse.
Oh, and she wasn't there.
No, she wasn't
wow.
there. She went down to Bolivia. She went down to Bolivia to see my family for my uncle's birthday, and yeah, we then realized that none of us four can ever actually work together on a project because we just end up arguing. Again, too many chefs, not enough cooks.
That's phenomenal. I don't mean to make light of it, but listen, I just think, because I can think about all those fights over the years, and I can laugh about them now.
Yeah.
I can laugh about them now. And I know I'm not going to have one this year, but it's just, yeah. There have been so many of them. I'm surprised that you don't have more, or at least more that you're willing to share.
Talking about me?
Yeah.
No, my uncle used to just get drunk and go in his underwear and sing like Motown songs about his ex-girl.
What?
Yeah, he's crazy, man.
You can't leave that out.
Bro.
He used to get in his underwear and sing Motown songs about his ex-girlfriend?
In the front room by himself. Like, bro,
oh, man.
Like Unc tripping again, man.
Oh, man.
Then somebody got to take his ass home.
Oh.
He was like the uncle, like, man, you didn't want, like, the kids loved him. But he was like, give me a kiss. Like, you got to give me a kiss. Like, oh, man, scruffy beard with Mohawk vodka just all over his breath. That's the one I told you wore the ace bandages with the switchblades in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Nene.
Why did he wear ace bandages with the switchblades?
Uncle Nene, in case he had to come out and stab somebody.
In case someone was about to go down.
Yeah, exactly. Thought he was Bruce Leroy, too. Boy, I kill you, boy. I can take your throat out. I told you got jumped by some little kids. Like, we like, man, your uncle got somebody, jumped your uncle. And it was like some middle school kids, man, that beat his ass because he get drunk and he go and start talking stuff at the playground. I swear it was like some 14, 15-year-olds that scraped his ass. So we're like, what happened to the karate? He's like, man, shut up. Like, why ain't hit him with the death thrust? Shut up. Beat his ass all underneath the swing set.
Black Metronome checking in. Oh, boy, my cousin and her ex-boyfriend had it out one Thanksgiving, thought we were going to have to hit the dude with an old-school double clothesline.
Whoa, how the ex-boyfriend get to the party?
You know what that makes? That's a great question. That's a great question. How does the ex-boyfriend get there? Unless
He's
it's
still
like
part of the family?
Unless it's like one of those situations where, like, later on, after dinner, when people kind of pop in and say hello, that kind of thing?
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if I break up with you, then you dead to my family. You got some people that parents still like the old girlfriend, and old girlfriend pop up, and then you bring the new girlfriend. Like, hold up, man.
Yeah.
She got to go.
Yeah. This is why.
Your mom invited me. I don't care if Jesus Christ invited you. They get your ass up out my house. Either she go or I go. We don't like you that much, Steve. Damn.
Your Thanksgiving family nightmare stories. We are welcoming them today. We will get back into the Jets here in a second or not, but let's go. 800-919-3776. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
The 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me.
If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Dade, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
I guess not surprisingly, the lines are starting to fill up at 800-919-3776. We'll get to a couple of those stories here momentarily. We've got more coming in. The one about that came in from Black Metrodome about the girlfriend's, about the cousin's ex. You know, he just showed up later on in the night, apparently. Was not invited to dinner. Just showed up later on in the night, and that's when they got into it.
He was trying to get her back?
I guess. And they were trying to get back into it. And then another one chiming in with, I'm not going to some girl's house for Thanksgiving. No, that's a hard no.
Like, man, you look like a damn zoo exhibit. You know what I mean? Everybody looking, girl, who is that?
Oh, yeah.
And then you got the little floozy cousin that are trying to talk to anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? You being a little bit friendly. You want some pie? No, listen. He don't want no damn pie. Like, if my man want pie, he asks me for pie. You don't ask my man, do he want a slice of pie? Better sit your ass back. You're bang 4 of my boyfriends from high school. Don't make me kick your ass, Susie.
Lee in a South Ozone Park is up on ESPN New York. Lee, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
All right. So, as far as the Jets are concerned, they do need a quarterback, but they had a quarterback, Sam Darnold, who should have been the quarterback. They should have invested in him, and they would be doing fine right now. They would be doing fine for the next 10 years. Because you can see the difference from how he left the Vikings, how the Vikings are not as what they were last year. Last year, they was on fire. He's in Seattle now. So that's a point I want to make. And that's it. So they make bad decisions. You got Jet players all over the league. And me, personally, I'm a Jet fan, but I'm not a fan of the NFL any longer because if my team can't compete, what the hell am I watching for?
The problem is you can say that we've got Jet quarterbacks all over the league. We've got Jet players all over the league. Nobody, when Sam Darnold left here, felt that this was happening. Is that fair? I think that's more than fair.
Well, I think
nobody thought this was
I think it was a real dilemma. I thought, remember, the narrative was we can build around Sam Darnold or we can start over fresh.
Right.
And everybody was uncomfortable with giving Sam Darnold $35 to $40 million a year because they felt like he hadn't proven enough, he hadn't shown enough, and that's because he didn't have time to show enough because of the injuries, and then before you know it, he was up. Right? I think they traded Sam Darnold like before his 5th-year option year. And just imagine with the 2nd-round pick. I always forget who was in that draft. What draft pick? What draft was that?
When Sam came into the league?
When Zach Wilson was drafted.
Oh,
What year was that?
It was 2021, and I will tell you right now who went in front of Zach, because Zach went second. Fields was in that draft. It was Trevor Lawrence who went 1, then Trey Lance went 3rd.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, and the Jets picked second, so it was 3 quarterbacks all back to back, right?
The other, yes, it was 3 quarterbacks straight.
So
and then the other quarterbacks to go in the first round were Fields, Mac Jones, and I believe that was it. Yes, Fields and Mac Jones.
Yeah. So what I'm talking about is so just imagine if the Jets would have said, okay, we'll take Penei Sewell.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have been there for Sam Darnold to go with, right? So I'm talking about, like, instead of, if they would have decided, and they could have moved back to get more money, they could have moved back and got more picks. Now that is the draft where they also took Vera Tucker. Now, so you have to ask yourself, they took Vera Tucker, but how the Jets had 2 first-round draft picks that year, I don't really know. But just imagine if they would have got Jamar Chase and Penei Sewell.
It would have been something. But I mean, specifically with
or they could have stayed. They could have stayed with Vera Tucker at 14, and let's just say second they took Jamar Chase.
They trade up to get to 14 as well.
I think they did.
Let's see. The Jets took Vera Tucker. They had a trade with Minnesota to move up from 14. And I don't think that wasn't a Darnold trade, was it? No. That was a separate trade.
I mean, they could have ended up with Jamar Chase, and let's just say stay with Vera Tucker.
Well, they didn't. And here we are, unfortunately. How about Tom in New Hyde Park? Tom, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
How you doing?
First time caller. Just want a couple things to say. Getting ready to deliver for America today. I'm a USPS letter carrier, and I listen to you guys every single day.
Well done. We appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Keep delivering for us.
Oh, this is their Super Bowl. This is their playoffs, man. They go hard during this time of year, man.
Oh, my God.
Long hours.
Oh, this is it, man. This is it for us. Yeah, seriously. Couple things really quick. First of all, I was listening to Don Hahn Rosenberg later on, and they had something. I never want to say to steal something from another station, but they call, especially during this time of year, it seems like they do something for the letter carriers and like all the delivery services where they have like us just call in at a specific time to give stories and what's going on, and I thought that was kind of cool, especially because not that we're the only ones listening to you guys, but we're constantly on the road every single day.
That's a good call.
You know where that started at? It started right here with me because I'm an Amazon DSP owner. So it started right here on this time slot, brother. They swagger jack.
There we
it's all
go.
good. It's like this.
I love it.
The Frenzy and the Frenzy Denzy. They just renamed it and remixed it.
Well, I love it. And last thing, I definitely wanted to call about Thanksgiving because, of course, I got something crazy.
Go.
So a couple of years back, my cousin, I'm not going to name any names, but I had a cousin that used to take care of my father. He was always a good guy. Took care of him, and after he passed, he was always around, and we kept him around, even though he was kind of a distant cousin from us. Long story short, we had him a couple of years for Thanksgiving, and he was kind of acting a little weird for us. He was kind of giving us a little bit of attitude, wasn't really participating in any games, anything we wanted to do, to the point that I finally had to take him home. I drive him home, and we get in front of his house, and he looks at me, and as I'm about to say Happy Thanksgiving and have a great night, he looks at me and he goes, Tom, I really would appreciate it if you would give me some of that money that your dad owed me. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, and we're not talking a couple of $100. We're talking like a couple stacks. So,
oh boy.
It definitely was something that was, no hard feelings. It turned out to be perfectly fine, but it was something definitely that stirred up the moment, and we kind of figured out why he was.
So Dad owed him, and none of you guys knew that.
Yo, I died, man. What the hell? I don't owe you nothing if I die.
It wasn't even that was the thing. It wasn't even that we didn't know anything of it. It's not like my dad mentioned anything about any money or whatnot. He just all of a sudden came up with the number and said basically because we took care of him for a couple of years and whatnot, that he believed that he owed. He was owed some money.
So it wasn't. Let's be clear then. It wasn't your dad borrowed money from him or took money from him. It's because he took care of him that he felt he was owed the money.
Did your dad leave
exactly?
Did your dad leave like you talking about for life insurance policy or something like that?
No, it wasn't even like that. It was. He fell on hard times, and he definitely needed some assistance, especially with his health deteriorating.
Yeah.
So he definitely helped in that sense. And that's why, he's a great guy. That's why we kept him around in the family. Like I said, he was a distant cousin. Not that we didn't like him, but we kept him around, and we always brought him around for holidays. But then all of a sudden, this one holiday, he just blew up, and
Did y'all invite him back after that? Did he come after that?
Nah, we haven't heard from him since.
It's over.
Rekindling a little bit.
I don't mean to. You know what? I don't mean to laugh at that, but geez, holy cow! Wow.
No, we laugh at it now, but that was just. It's just something that always stuck in my mind. Like you guys just made me remember. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, I tell you what.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything, and have a happy Thanksgiving, guys, and I'll be talking to you.
And thanks for doing your thing out there for us, Tom. It's a difficult time of year for sure.
Keep them little poodles away from you. No, they get mad. They get mad overtime this time of year, bro. They stack up, man. You know how much overtime? And usually for me, Amazon gave us bonuses and money for them during this time. So they can get that cheese on their taco.
Oh, okay. Listen, they deserve it. They deserve it. Go and get it. As far as that is concerned, that's awkward. How exactly do you go about deciding whether or not Dad leaves anything? And then it's like, are you hanging in for the payday eventually? Is that why you're helping, or you're helping because it's the right thing to do, or you think it's the right thing to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he was just there he wanted the money.
He clearly was there for the payday.
Yeah, he was.
But what? Can't you read the situation and know that maybe there ain't going to be no payday?
It's some crazy work. Hey, going back to that 2021 draft?
Yeah.
You know the team that screwed it? Well, outside of basically we screwed up. The San Francisco screwed up taking Trey Lance. Do you know who screwed up the worst?
Who?
I would probably say number 4 was Atlanta, and they took Kyle Pitts. And the Jets are going to see Kyle Pitts, and he's one of these guys that had all the talent in the world. He was like a unicorn, a tight end that ran like a receiver, and he hasn't panned out. But you know who went after? You know who they passed on? They passed
Jamar
on
Chase.
Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, J.C. Horn, Patrick Surtain, Devontae Smith, Michael Parsons, Rashawn Slater. These are all players that went after him.
Oh, my God.
Jalen Phillips. Well,
what a debacle.
Kadarius Toney, Listen, Christian Darrisaw, Rashad
How
Bateman.
is it that the Jets and Giants out of that draft came out with Zach Wilson and freaking Kadarius Toney?
That's crazy work, right? Even Gregory Rousseau. Bro.
Wow. That's horrible.
Oh, my bad. Greg Newsome II.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Are the Jets simply a quarterback away, or is this going to be a much bigger rebuild, retool than maybe we're giving it credit for? Plus, your Thanksgiving nightmare stories. Family conflict, we want it all. We want all the smoke. We've had some good ones so far. Let it fly. 800-919-3776. Also, over on the live chat on YouTube, you're going to want to hear what's coming up because this is something that everybody has experienced, I think, about Thanksgiving and people taking a walk. Let's put it that way. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay. It's called Pass the Leg, and here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. Again, that's FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law, Bite Back.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Big talk in the chat right now over on YouTube at ESPN New York's YouTube page where you can watch the show, and why wouldn't you, is referencing when those couple of family members decide to go for a walk during Thanksgiving and all of a sudden come back in a better mood.
Oh, Mr. Nasty Time.
A little boubange.
Little quickie in the car?
No. The boubange.
Oh, they go get that, to take a little bump.
No, I'm talking about family members. No, we're not talking about family members. I'm not talking about, like, other people getting intimate or anything, for Pete's sake.
Oh, because you be having the couples that be leaving.
I don't think it's that so much. I think it's more about the cousins who haven't seen each other in a while, and maybe we go, knock them back a little bit.
Ah, no doubt.
Well, lighten up the mood.
Or they go smoke them doobies.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Like come back in that mentality. Listen, I get it. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. But I'm more interested in the conflicts. I am more interested in the conflicts because those to me are always the best stories.
Somebody call up guys that get in a fight. I like the Roscoe Jenkins stuff, man. Like, dudes be getting into it. Like, you got the family members that be competing. You got the family, like, compete for, like, who's the most successful person in the family type of thing.
Yeah.
And they show up and people tired of their old snobby ass.
I buy and sell people like you every day.
Or the one that got the Man, like it's a low bar in some families, man.
Oh, no,
you think you some because you got I was valedictorian. I was prime queen. Yeah, now look at you now.
Justin in Tom's River is next on ESPN New York. Justin, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Thank you, as always, for taking the phone call. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. You know, when you guys were talking about the Jets long-term, so I first want to start off by saying, I really have to applaud Muji and, the front office. I know some of those trades were tough to swallow, but I think for the long-term direction of the team, they were the right moves, and you had to accelerate this team going forward with, getting draft capital. Because, Carlin, I think you hit it on the head. This is going to be a long-term rebuild. And I think for the first time, the Jets are actually going in the right direction. It is going to be fascinating how they navigate the quarterback for this upcoming year. The Jets are in a position where they're in desperate need of a quarterback, but I hope they don't settle and just take a quarterback because of a desperate need at quarterback. If they don't like one of the guys this year, I think the right move would be what Carolina and the Bears did. The Bears traded back, and they went the next year and acquired even more draft picks. This roster needs a major overhaul. They're not a quarterback away, and I think finally for the first time the Jets are actually going in the right direction.
Now, remember one thing about the whole Carolina thing? The Bears were very fortunate that Carolina stunk that next year.
Right.
They were very fortunate that worked out that way, and they ended up with the number one pick.
That's fine, Carlin. That's a fair take. But also, too, usually when you draft a quarterback, I mean, they're not going to be world beaters either. But I'm just saying the Jets need as many draft picks as possible, and this team needs a major overhaul. I like the Menchie move, the A.D. Mitchell move. I think these are all things that Muji's making savvy moves. And whatever happens, we're obviously all in it for the long haul, and I think the team's actually finally starting to go in the right direction.
Yeah, they got to rebuild the secondary. I think they like the young kid from Florida State. Stevens has been fine. You know what I mean? He hasn't been the liability that I thought he would be.
He's been better than he was the first couple of weeks of the season.
Right. The thing is, the Jets won't be able to the Jets will be able to beat the New England Patriots in 2 years. They're going to have more salary cap space than anybody. They're going to free up all their salary cap space the same year that they have 3 first-round draft picks.
I mean, listen, that's going to be a massive year to make a lot of changes. And if I had to ask, well, it's too early to ask. Like I was gonna say, if I had to ask you right now, would they end up drafting a quarterback this year? It's way too early to say that. Nobody really knows.
I mean, that's falling in love. See, that's falling in love because if you do that, then that guarantees that you can't take a quarterback the next year.
Right. Like you better be damn sure.
So you're hoping that, okay, well, if we're not good and this quarterback isn't good, then maybe we can trade our spot in 2027 and move back.
The other thing, though, that this year has shown you is that, remember last year, it was a very weak quarterback draft with Dart being the number 2.
Yeah.
And there was the assumption that this coming draft was going to be a great quarterback draft, and now that went off the board pretty quickly. So if that's the case, like, can you continue to operate like next year it'll be so much better if you believe that when it kind of fell apart this year with the way these guys played?
Well, it kind of depends on if the guys that are eligible actually come out, because we think that it's a possibility that some of the guys that come out, remember with the new NIL deals, it's not the dire need that you once had before, because you can make $4 or $5 million. Look what Beck is making in Miami, $4 million to be the quarterback, which is probably more than what he would have made or what a lot of quarterbacks make being drafted in the first round.
Okay, here are a couple of things from the chat. Number one, talking about the walk that people take. Everybody comes back smelling like Car Noir. That from Hot Pocket Pete. And then Tsunami, my sister's boyfriend's now ex-mother, okay? My sister's boyfriend's mother made the salad. Geez, the things white people put in the salad.
Salad or potato salad?
It says salad here. It was awful forcing myself to eat nuts and cheese and raisins just to be polite. I was happy when the boyfriend became an ex to just not eat his mother's cooking anymore.
Oh, man. Like, listen, somebody get their ass. Listen, who made the potato salad?
It doesn't even say potato salad. The raisins in the potato salad has usually been a thing before, which I do not understand. I've never understood that.
I feel like if you go out to a fancy restaurant, they give you something like that, you can accept it. But like going to Thanksgiving and Christmas, those are supposed to be your best meals. Those are supposed to be a fixed menu. You got your green bean. Well, it depends on what type of house you're in. But some people, like Rex's favorite food was green bean casserole. Like, I've never had green bean casserole in my life.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
We have collard greens for us. It's collard greens with either smoked turkey or neck bones or something in it. That's our one vegetable. Like, we got nothing but carbs, one vegetable. It's one vegetable option, greens. Outside of that, you got mac and cheese, yams. I don't even know. It's way too many sides at a black hot person's. It's too many sides.
At my Irish family's Thanksgiving, there was always plenty of grudges. That was about it. We always had those. David and Elizabeth is next on ESPN New York. David, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? What's going on, Chef? What's going on, Bart?
What's up, man? You underwater again, man.
I'm always underwater, man. I'm at work. And when I'm not at work, I'm at work. I get that from you. Nah, you know what's crazy, right? The walk is always important. You want to know why? The first thing we do as family, first, we dep each other up. We look at each other's outfits. Next thing you know, how many we putting in the air and how many bottles of Remy do we have? That's the walk, baby.
Is it that or Irk and Jerk?
Nah, it's got to be Remy, Henny. It's got to be top shelf. None of the old school stuff, Bart. None of the old school stuff.
No Mogan David 2020?
No Mad Dog 2020. It was so terrible. We're drinking that back in the day as a kid.
Oh, my God.
But, yes, sir. So
Kiwi lime wine. Oof. Oof-ah.
Oh, yeah. Very, very terrible. Gin.
You got no Mad Dog 2020 up in that thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mad Dog 2020. So terrible. But, yeah, this is all I wanted to say. Are we a quarterback away? No. Like, if we get a quarterback, yeah, we'll be cooking with grease. But as far as, we plug in Mendoza, Simpson, or whoever they want to plug in, it's not going to work right away. We need more pieces. We need more depth. And like Bart said, Stevens has been playing okay lately. Still a liability, and I still don't trust him. And they definitely need to bulk up that secondary. And I wanted to say this yesterday. I'm not mad at Breece Hall with that fumble. He tried to be aggressive. He tried to make a play. It happens. Just like Bart said, like, if he would have landed another way, he would have never got stripped. But it happened. It was what it was. And if we would have scored, that would have changed the whole game. But, like I said, man, I'm not mad at the play. And, I'm happy with where the team is, like, where it looks like we're trending to go. So we'll see what's up. But I just wanted to ask you guys a question before I go.
Sure.
What, for the both of you, what are your top 3 dishes for Thursday? What are you guys looking forward to?
No doubt.
Go ahead.
Tell me, Chef.
Well, like, really, the honey baked ham is like a staple. That's like nothing, man. You got to order from Honey Baked Ham, go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? That's a staple.
I'm not a ham guy. I don't really care for ham.
I love the sage sausage dressing. And for me, the mac and cheese is just solid. Like, when you heat it up, the butter comes out, and you have like butter come out the bottom of the base. But give me that in the sage sausage and ham.
Listen, I'll go with the stuffing, and hopefully the stuffing is somehow sausage based. I would like that. Yeah. I certainly enjoy that. I would also go with the mac and cheese as number 2. But here's the problem: my mother, as it turns out, and I didn't really know this, couldn't cook. Like, she can make a couple of things that were decent. And maybe I'm being harsh when I say she couldn't cook. She raised 6 kids. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot on the plate. So you can't be a master chef with all that. I loved her spaghetti and meatballs. That was phenomenal. But I did not know that a turkey was not supposed to be bone dry until I was 33 years old. Every other year. I thought this, like, every year I would make the same thing. Why does everybody make such a big deal about this? I feel like I got to drink a gallon of water.
You got to rehydrate your turkey?
Yeah.
You got to rehydrate your turkey?
And then I actually had a juicy one year, and I was like, what's this?
Like, oh, my God.
But I had already been turned against it, that it was too late to kind of bring me back.
Somebody hit it with the injector kit. Changed the life.
It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. I wanted to bring this up to you because it came just a little while ago. The latest semifinalists for the Hall of Fame this year for football. And this is in direct relation with Eli and whether or not he's getting in. Now, I want you to keep this in mind, all right? The committee can put in as few as 4, as many as 8. And they also have to consider, later on people who have been off the ballot, and they may be, veterans committee type thing. But the total number of people getting in cannot go past 8. Mm-hmm. All right? First-year guys that are on the ballot this year: Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Frank Gore, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten. Those are just the first-year guys.
Okay, so let's attack that first then. The first-year guys, I want to say Drew Brees gets in because he won the Super Bowl and he won it with the Saints, but also he was the yards leader until Brady passed him.
Right.
For like 70,000 yards. So he gets in first ballot. Everybody else that you mentioned probably has to wait.
Larry Fitzgerald has to wait?
Who?
Larry Fitzgerald?
Oh, okay. No, Larry Fitzgerald's going to go in too.
Right. Larry Fitzgerald's a Hall of Fame receiver.
So those two are going to get in. So now you only have 6 slots.
Okay. All right. Now you're dealing with the following. Eli's the other quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Taylor's the other running back.
He won't make it.
Torrey Holt.
He's been sitting around for a minute. He people forget how good he was. He had I think 19. He's got something like 17,000 yards receiving or something crazy like that.
Now the guys I'm going to tell you next the guys who were finalists last year. Okay, so Eli was a finalist last year. Fred Taylor was a finalist.
Wow, that's surprising that Fred Taylor. He was injured way too often in his career.
So injured in his career, and that one I don't get.
He never had a great season.
Torrey Holt was a finalist last year.
Yeah.
Steve Smith Sr. was a finalist last year.
Steve Smith deserves it. He should have been a first ballot. Like Steve Smith, underrated.
He's got the stories right now, though, probably not going to help him.
With him banging the Ravens chick.
Yeah, it's got that whole situation going on.
He addressed that too.
Yeah, he did.
I do like that he don't run. He's like he told the husband, "I'm sorry."
Yeah. Reggie Wayne was a finalist last year.
Yo, that's tough, man. See, the tough part is Reggie Wayne and Torrey Holt are pretty much the same person. They both won a Super Bowl. I think they both went to 2. Torrey Holt was the understudy of Isaac Bruce. Reggie Wayne was the understudy of Marvin Harrison. So it's like they were like number 2s. They became number 1s and were good at number 1s, but they still – that's tough because one of them deserves to get in. I feel like Torrey's been waiting longer. But Reggie Wayne was great, but they always say, hey, you play with Peyton Manning, that you guys threw the ball. Both of them played inside of a dome. That's tough because Eli probably gets in this year.
Well, let me finish. I'm not done with all the guys who are still to go.
Oh.
Because we got to talk about defense, too. We haven't even gotten there yet. Vinatieri.
Come on, man. He's the most famous
He's
kicker.
the greatest kicker I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's one of the most famous kickers.
Bart, listen. He kicked the greatest field goal I've ever seen in the tuck rule game in the snow.
Well,
and he won 2 Super Bowls with field goals.
Right, exactly.
Long ones, too. Not short ones.
He beat us with the Colts. He beat us. And he's won Super Bowls with multiple organizations.
Other players who were finalists last year. Willie Anderson, offensive line.
Yeah, Big Willie was really good, but I feel like it's been a show of support for him, but I don't think Big Willie – I played with Big Willie for 1 year. I don't think Big Willie gets in. He's going to have to wait the long haul.
Jari Evans.
People don't realize how good he was with the Saints.
Yep.
Lyman is hard to get in, especially as a guard.
Marshall Yanda.
Marshall Yanda deserves to get in. It's weird, right? Marshall Yanda is probably one of the most decorated guards in the history of the game that people don't know about. I just don't think it's enough name recognition for Yanda. But Yanda probably is I think he's something like an 8-time Pro Bowler. He was a 3rd-round draft pick, like an 8-time Pro Bowler, all-decade team, and I think a 3-time All-Pro.
Keuchly.
Keuchly deserves to be in. Like
he's hurt a lot.
He was just as – it was the concussions, but he was just as dominant. The fact that they put Patrick Willis in, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Keuchly was the East Coast version of Patrick Willis. He did definitely – he's probably one of the better – he's probably one of the best linebackers of our generation.
T-Sizzle.
I think T-Sizzle's going to have to wait because he needed some more sacks. But he's one of the best two-way players.
Terrell Suggs, that is.
Yeah, he's one of the best two-way players. But Suggs is going to have to wait, just like when James Harrison is available. He does have one defensive MVP, which is amazing. He has 2 Super Bowls. You don't really count the one with Kansas City because he wasn't T-Sizzle. He was T-Sizzed after that. But he does have two Super Bowls on his resume and a defensive MVP.
Other ones here, real quick. Again, those were all the ones that I just told you that were already finalists last year.
So let's fill out our 8.
Darren Woodson was a finalist last year. I still have more guys to go. We got to go down We got to go down. This is at 26 right now.
Okay.
The finalists will be down to 15.
Right.
Darren Woodson was a finalist. Rodney Harrison, Earl Thomas, Vince Wilfork, Robert Mathis, Kevin Williams, Richmond Webb, Steve Wisniewski, Lomas Brown.
It's weird. Lomas Brown been around for a long time, but I don't think
he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't think he gets in. You got also who else did you say? You said Vince Wilfork.
Vince Wilfork.
Eventually he may get in, but not right now.
Robert Mathis.
Nope.
Steve Wisniewski.
Nope.
Richmond Webb.
Nope.
Rodney Harrison.
Rodney may have a chance because Rodney, it's all about your presenters.
Yep.
Rodney's been on TV. He's a Super Bowl champion. He was one of the most dangerous guys. You know what? Who opens the door for him is the fact that they put John Lynch in, and he was a much better player than John Lynch.
And then Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas won't get in. Just good to have a name there. Legion of Boom.
And then
he's one of the ones that came in through the A gap and led up on blockers and stuff. And he was the peelback king.
He was also Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah, it's up there for him for sure. Anyway, Eli is not going to have an easy task this year again.
I think
with Breeze, Fitzgerald, the 2 new guys added to the list, taking those spots, and then you go from there. Eli is not going to have an easy year.
But I think he gets in. 2-time Super Bowl, beat the 2 of the greatest teams ever for New England. I think he gets in. Phillip Rivers, because he doesn't have any hardware, is going to have to wait the long time. I think when Ben gets up, when Ben becomes eligible, like I think Ben should be a first ballot. But you know for a fact that everybody believes and trusts in Larry Fitzgerald. Drew Brees is going to get in. So I guess if I had to go, I would go Drew Brees. And if anybody out there listening disagrees with my list, then they can talk about it. I think Drew Brees. I think Eli Manning. I think Larry Fitzgerald.
Right.
I think Luke Kuechly.
Okay.
I think they have to let a lineman in. If they're going to let a lineman in, it has to be Marshall Yanda.
What about Vinatieri? He's got to get
Adam Vinatieri.
Yep. So we're at 6.
So that's 6.
And then there's the other older guys who are, whether it's contributor, like Carl Banks is actually a possibility this year.
Carl won't get in, but who's another older guy?
I need to get the list.
Yes, they'll usually let one of those in.
Yep.
So that's 7. So we only got one more place left. Probably one of the wide receivers, either Steve Smith, Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne. Out of that list, who was the best? To me, the best was probably
Steve Smith was damn good.
He was good for a long time, and he's little.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Reggie Wayne, when you look at when he was playing with Peyton all those years, you look at his numbers, it was crazy. Then the greatest show on turf.
The only thing that continues for me to work against Eli is I never looked at Eli in the era in which he played and thought that guy's a top 5 quarterback in this league.
Correct.
I never thought that. But he's got the Super Bowls, he's got the Super Bowl MVPs.
Yep.
The other problem is his career record is 500 and the interceptions. But listen, he's gonna get in.
He's going to get in one. He's going to get in because of who he beat in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
So
I think that's fair.
Two of the greatest upsets of all time in the Super Bowl. And remember, he was unconscious that entire playoffs. Didn't throw one interception.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
And he played in New York. So it's no way that he doesn't get in a two-time championship.
Yep. 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. In moments, we will get more of your calls, including your nightmare Thanksgiving stories. I want to know about the conflicts. I don't care what kind of food you love. We all love the food. That's fine. Tell me about the family conflicts at the holidays. The ones that, listen, might have ended up in fisticuffs, might have ended up in an arrest. Don't have to. I love the family drama anyway. I would like those. And you can also chime in over on the chat on the ESPN New York YouTube page. But right now, I want to remind you people that hockey fans and holiday shoppers, you got something special coming. You got Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop at Hudson Yards on this coming Tuesday, 1 week from today, December the 2nd, from 3 till 6:30 p.m. They're going to be talking all things hockey and joined on site by hockey legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 Brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live Tuesday, December 2nd, NHL shop in Manhattan. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York audio files on the way as well.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Time now for the Kuiper Report. Mel, how are you? We missed you.
Now, what are we having? Turkey?
Of course it's turkey.
I always get that question. It's got to be turkey, and then do what you want on Christmas, whether it's crab cakes or whatever you want to do. Big into the stuffing. You know what I'm biggest into, guys? I want a river of gravy, because I'll take that one boat and I'll start pouring. I'll pour. I'll say, oh my gosh, it's almost gone. I'm a gravy freak, guys. Without gravy, it's not worth having any of that stuff.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Have a really happy Thanksgiving, Mel.
Whipped cream and gravy. What would life be without it?
Morning Start with DiPietro and Rothenberg. Weekdays from 6 to 10 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE, back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, law, bite back?
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night. and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Anthony's in here during the break, and he's making some interesting points about the Eli thing this year. We'll get more into it here in a few minutes. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Also on YouTube, go there and watch the show, as you can do that right now. We are more than welcoming of your Thanksgiving nightmare stories as well. Paramedics, whoever has to show up, as long as everybody's okay, that's all I'm interested in. Anyway, let us now get to some audio files.
The audio file.
Bartholomew?
Yes.
Hal Steinbrenner spoke yesterday.
I heard. Big spender.
Couple of things of interest.
Mr. Big Shot.
Was asked if the payroll will decrease.
Would it be ideal if I went down? Of course. But does that mean that's going to happen? Of course not. Again, we want to field a team we know can win a championship, or we believe can win a championship. We don't know anything in that regards as far as the future. But yeah, it just hasn't changed, which is why payrolls have gone up probably every year. Doesn't mean they won't go slightly down one year and then up the year after that. I mean, it all depends on what's out there and what the possibilities are, and how much I feel we're able or we need to pull the trigger on those possibilities.
Well, he wants to lower it, but he doesn't. It doesn't sound like he's anticipating that happening. How am I supposed to take that?
Well, he elaborated, right? He said, "Listen, it's tough to talk about what the actual cap is as far as how much they're willing to spend." He says he wants to know the plan. He don't even know what's available, what's possible, and how much it costs yet. So that's very reasonable. I think they've spent up there with everybody else. I think if it's somebody they really thought could help them win a championship, they would spend the money, maybe reluctantly, but they would spend it. If it's a certain player, because the brand of the Yankees is such a big thing. Could you imagine if they have another huge signing like they had when they brought in Soto, but it's a signing where they're paying money to bring a player in? I think everybody expects that from the Yankees, and let's see what that is and who that player is. But he didn't make it seem to me like he wouldn't spend the money. He just said, "I don't know what the budget is because I don't know what we're trying to get, and we don't know what's possible."
And now here's the other thing. He was asked if the team makes a profit. Now remember the other day I told you that the Yankees made north of $700 million according to Forbes, right? And their payroll was in the threes. Here is Hal on if the team makes a profit.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss?
I don't want to get into it, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. Nobody spends more money, I don't believe, on player development, on scouting, performance science. So these all start to add up, John. And if you want to go look at the revenues, you got to somehow try to figure out the expense side as well. You might be surprised.
Well, then show it to us. Show it to us. Show it to us. It's not going to happen.
He said he just like most homeowners in New Jersey, New York. They know what that tax feel like. The city say, "Give me my money."
Well, the $100 million is it $100 million in taxes? Is it $100 million in rent? What is it with Yankee Stadium exactly? Because I didn't need the new stadium built. The last time I checked, there wasn't a new Dodger Stadium that they built out in L.A. Is that fair? I think that's fair. So, listen, you want to tell me you're not turning a profit? Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Yeah, right. No, all good. I was going to cover you.
No, that's all right. Listen, you want to tell me you're not turning a profit? Please, show me the books. Come on. Because if that's the case, if it's not fair to say you turn a profit, are you telling me that as the primary business of that family, that you're staying in it if you're not turning a profit? No. This is not Steve Cohen, who made his money in hedge funds and has billions. That's not what this is. This is the Steinbrenners' main source of income. And if you're losing money as the Steinbrenners, I don't believe for a second that you're staying in it. I believe you would have sold that team a long time ago.
Well, you always want to try and act like you're not making any money as a profit as far as your taxes to write off. You know what I mean? You want to write as much off you want. But the thing is, the evaluation and the cost of the organizations or the value of the organizations goes up based pretty much on real estate. And the Yankees are in New York City, so they have some of the best, most prime real estate. And they're also a legacy, generational, one of the original franchises of the MLB. So, like, they make money. I always laugh because football owners say that. But then with the TV deals, everybody's evaluation goes up $500 million. So just borrow some money against the valuation of your organization if you feel like you didn't make no money.
Please stop. Stop. Don't make me think you're not turning a profit. I never had to worry about. God, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because it's such an old argument that it just doesn't make sense. But you never heard about any of this stuff when it came to George. You never heard about whether or not they were turning a profit because you knew they were. You knew they were, and it wasn't the primary thing. The primary thing is making money. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just acknowledge it. That's all. That's all. Nobody is calling the Yankees cheap. All right? But at least acknowledge two things. Number one, the money has been spent poorly in some places.
Yeah, that's the issue.
In which case, maybe get rid of the fifth Steinbrenner. Because the GM has been here for 25 years, and you haven't won one in 16. So at least acknowledge that that's a bit of an issue. And then number two, let's also acknowledge that when you spend that kind of money, you should be in the World Series every year. And you're not. You're not. Why are you not?
But that's what when you look at the Rays and you look at sometimes the A's when they're in a muddy ball phase, you're starting to see like how teams can win with a low payroll. And then you look at what the Yankees spend their money on, like, man, how do they?
Listen, I'd be annoyed if I was Hal. I'd be annoyed too if I saw that happen. But here's the money quote, the one that really annoyed the heck out of me more than anything. Now, I will remind you that it was about a month ago that there was a story that came out in the Post that was solely dedicated to the fact that Brian Cashman never once has used the word crapshoot in relation to the playoffs. Like, it was so clear that he wanted to get that out there because people have been using that to no end, right? Well, playoffs are a crapshoot. Well, maybe they're not. Here's Hal, the exact quote. I'm reading it to you from the Post. Well, the intent was certainly there, and the research and the homework was certainly there. I can't complain about that. You're looking in hindsight, and hindsight is 20/20. Certainly some things haven't worked out, but it's not for not doing the research and homework and everything else. The team on paper, on the back of the baseball cards, is one thing. And then how they perform, particularly in the postseason, which is a bit of a crapshoot, is two different things. Stop. Stop. Please. Stop.
If you tell yourself something enough, you'll start to believe it.
I think that's what's happening. I definitely think that's what's happening. Lane Kiffin asked about his future. There's a big. How about this? Did you see the other day that the LSU AD put out not the LSU AD, excuse me, the Ole Miss AD put out a statement that said, we will tell you what's going on the day after the Egg Bowl, which is Friday, the Egg Bowl, which is the Ole Miss Mississippi State game. Here is Lane Kiffin on his future, whether it's LSU, Florida, whatever.
Lane, Keith released a statement on Friday that's saying that you, him, and Chancellor Boyce had a meeting about your future. Are you able to elaborate on the nature of that meeting at all?
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, very fair question, but we're not answering anything that doesn't have to do with the game and the team and the season. But fair question.
You mentioned on Pat McAfee how you don't make decisions based on money. When you do make your decisions, what are the considerations for you then, especially when it comes to football decisions, right? Like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, very fair question, but I'm not going into it. because, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to keep this to this team. And
He says expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's been made, or is that still in consideration? Like, people are just curious about that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them, so that's 3 of them. You got another one?
He tried to throw him a couple softballs, see if he has to answer those, and then that way he can ask a big one.
Do you think he ends up at Florida, at LSU, or he stays?
I think LSU.
I think Florida. But
Florida?
Somebody, I mean, I'm so fascinated to know what that number ends up being. Because it's going to be big.
90 for 5?
I mean, I think it's going to be north of 100. Brian Kelly got north of 100.
Did he?
I mean, I think it's going to be north of 100.
He got north of 100, Brian Kelly?
A couple of years ago, yeah. Now he's
how
out.
many years? It was like 10 years?
I think it was like 10 years for like 100 something.
Yeah,
I bet you Lane gets.
Yeah, I think he pushes it to like 15.
Yeah, Lane might get 10 years, 150 million, something like that. Can you imagine?
Man.
Wow.
Who needs pro football?
A guy a few years ago had to go to Florida Atlantic.
Right.
And now he's back.
Word.
There's nothing better than a comeback, baby. Bart and Carlin.
It's like Rick Pitino.
Well, let's not get nuts. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. The audio file segment was presented by Amazon Pickup. Amazon Pickup has a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations near you. More of your calls on your Thanksgiving nightmares and incidents with family at 800-919-3776. And we will spend more time on the Jets as well as to whether or not they are simply a quarterback away or it's a whole lot more than that.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Is Karl Anthony Towns finally comfortable in Mike Brown's offense?
34-12 for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges right corner. Baseline drive on Powell. Up top to Towns. Left wing three in the air. He got it. Karl Anthony Towns. He's got 37 points and 3 3-pointers.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Dade, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
Got a little baseball trade, Bartholomew.
Did the Mets get Scrubble?
No.
Oh.
The Red Sox get Sonny Gray.
It's like he does good. He does good in these secondary markets, man.
Yeah,
He's
I know
good for
Boston's
Cincinnati.
not a secondary market though. You gonna feel bad if you see Sonny Gray going up against the Yankees?
Nah, not especially if he pitching in Yankee Stadium.
I mean, when you're going from St. Louis, where they absolutely
They love baseball there.
They love baseball there, and you have to do a lot to tick them off. If you're going from St. Louis to Boston, that's quite a jump. This year, Gray was 14-8, 4.28 ERA. He's been relatively durable the last couple of years, 180 innings. His whip is 1.2. Not bad, not great. Decent, manageable. I'd put it that way. Manageable. But Sonny Gray is now a Red Sox.
I root for Sonny Gray. I don't know if I can root for him now that he's with the Red Sox.
Well, you can't.
But, I thought it was tough for him, man. He's a true example of how hard it is to win and play in New York.
Yeah.
Went to Cincinnati, he was fine. Was pretty good.
He was. And then you look at what he did. His first year in St. Louis, he was pretty good. Went to Minnesota. He pitched well there, too. So I would argue that listen, it's further along. He's got to be what? He's going to be at least 35 by now. Yeah, he's 36.
Yeah.
He's 36 years old. So Sonny Gray just got traded a little while ago. He goes to the Red Sox. These trades are going to start to fall in line. There's more about the Nimmo trade the other day that we talked about a little bit yesterday that we will get into next hour as well with Marcus Semien coming over. He's going to meet with the New York media for the first time today. That's coming up in just a little bit. Michael K. at 1 o'clock today in the house. I'm told he will be here in person, and you're going to miss that.
That's always a treat, man. I'm heartbroken.
John in Mahwah is up next on ESPN New York. John, what's going on?
Hey, all right, so set up quickly, 1981. I'm one of 7 siblings. They were all adults. We're at my parents' house in East Williston. I was a senior at Syracuse. My brother, a Marine fighter pilot, also comes home. We're all in, and I was a senior, so I was taking a 1 credit. By the way, I have a jet point after this.
Okay.
I had taken a 1 credit karate course just to fill out everything.
I love where this is headed already.
So we get home, we're all around, got this nice big table, all the food's out, and so my brother, the fighter pilot, goes, "Oh, you taking karate? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, you think you're a tough guy? And I like get into a stupid stance. And he picks up one of the knives, a serrated knife, and he goes, hey, try and stop this. And as I leaned in, he leaned in. He didn't mean to stab me. He stabbed me. He sliced into my elbow, into my wrist, down to the bone.
Oh, my
God.
God.
So all of a sudden, it starts, and it was one of those slices. It was one of those slices where it doesn't start bleeding immediately, and then it starts gushing. And we're like, oh, fuck. I mean, man, we can't do this. We can't do this. So we start holding it, and my sister starts screaming, he stabbed him! He stabbed him! We're like, Carol, stop talking. So my dad's a doctor, is a surgeon. He's got an office on the side. He goes, oh, you're a tough guy. Here, come on in. So he had to stitch me up before Thanksgiving, and I turned green.
Your dad was so good as a doctor, you didn't even have to go to a hospital when it was cut down to the bone?
Down to the wrist bone, that little stub that sticks out right there, and he stitched it up. And he's an old timer. No anesthesia. We're not deadening this. We're just going to stitch it up.
Did you get your shot?
What's that?
Did you get a shot of liquor?
We had been drinking. I had been drinking.
So you feel it anyway.
I think that's the reason why my brother leaned in and stabbed me, but, so.
I love the fact that at two different times, the family members said to you, oh, you think you're a tough guy, huh?
Yeah, right. Oh, that's the thing. I went into my dad's office, and he goes, you're going to faint now, aren't you? I'm like, no, I'm not. And then all of a sudden, I just went blank, and I just faint. He goes, yeah, you're turning green. You're going to faint.
Well, I got to tell you, so far, you win. So far, you've drawn blood.
Really?
That's a winner in the clubhouse right now. Leader in the clubhouse.
It was. I did get stabbed, and it was funny because my sister was yelling, "He stabbed him!" We're like, Carol, stop talking. Here's my jet point. We have to lose every single game the rest of the year. We have to grab Fernando Mendoza at number 1. Hopefully the Titans lose, and then with our second pick, either Nussmeier or Mateer. Take 2 quarterbacks in the first round. One of them is going to work. Look, nobody knew who Bo Nix was before Bo Nix was Bo Nix. Okay, I think Mendoza is going to be a fabulous quarterback, and I think either Nussmeier or Mateer could actually be a kind of a Bo Nix type story.
You should have quit after the stabbing story. That's what I would say. That's where you had us. And then you lost us when you go to drafting 2 quarterbacks in the first round.
Bro, dude went and stitched them up. No anesthesia, no numbing, just...
Wow.
Then what are you supposed to do? Just go hang out and go chill with the family?
Yeah, I mean, pumpkin pie?
I think I'm going home.
What if somebody then pulls out a knife to cut the pie and cut the turkey? You know what I used to... You know the thing that scared the daylights out of me at Thanksgiving? It was the electric knife. Serrated electric knife. My dad used to use that thing. Oh,
is it sharp, man?
I never wanted that. Like, I would go to the other side of the house when he was getting that thing out because he only got it out once a year, and it was to do that.
I forgot to get it sharpened.
Like, I love the fact that twice the Marine says, "Oh, you think you're a tough guy? Oh, Dad, you think you're a tough guy?"
What he stabbed with his Rambo knife with the compass on the end.
He took out a serrated knife and said, "Oh, stop this."
Sir, you were assaulted. You should have pressed charges.
No kidding. How about Terrence in Long Island? Beat that, Terrence. What do you got?
What happened to his karate?
No, I don't have that, but I tell you, I got a serious throwdown between my wife and a relative of hers.
Oh.
First of all, First of all, to go to Pittsburgh.
Were you the road team?
About 7.5 hours. Okay, we don't get out of New York for like 2.5 hours. Drive all the way, get to Pittsburgh. It's 9 hours later. By the time we get there at night, everybody's congregated. At the table, you know how it is, Bart. Everybody drinking and blah, blah, blah. Well, my 2 small kids drifted into the dining room, and now, everybody's cursing up a storm, and, my wife doesn't have that.
Yeah,
she's like, oh, no, don't be cursing in front of my kids. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So what happened is she's getting in with relatives, and they going at it. I mean, it was the verbal, Joe Frazier versus Muhammad Ali. So it's going on and going on. So by the time it happens, I'm sitting there like, oh, wait a minute. I ain't get my pie yet. So what are y'all fighting about Pop? My wife gives me that side. I'm like, boy, if you don't start looking at me, go away. It goes on and goes on. So
the purposeful, the purposeful non-eye contact. I am not looking over there.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So she says, you know what? We're leaving. I'm like, what are we leaving? We got it. Do you know what time in the morning it was? It was 2 o'clock in the morning. We packed everything up after that fight. Everything up, clothes hanging out of the luggage, hanging out the window, and got on the road, back on the road. I tell you, I got back at about 6 hours. After all that, it was nobody could stop them though. It was just going on and going on, and then finally she said, enough.
Wow.
And I'm looking at her like, no, I didn't get my pie. I'm still waiting for the collard greens. What are you talking about? She's looking at me like, the hell with the damn food. We leaving. So finally packed everything up. And we are in the car at about 2:30 in the morning coming back home. I couldn't even tell you how quiet the car was.
Uh-huh.
The turnpike is black, no lights. The car's no lights. And I was just sitting here thinking about, damn, I'm coming home and I ain't getting my sweet potato pie.
You should have took a whole patty pie with you, brother.
Yeah, just sneak it
I
out.
grabbed the whole pie.
Exactly.
I'm driving 9 hours. I'm at least getting pie. And the thing is,
I'm
you can't
taking
really,
this. Stop me.
Your job is just to support her. Whatever she say about not cussing in front of my kids, you got to just be – because if you're not home team with her and it sounded like you was a road team, meaning it was her family, not yours, yeah, you just –
Oh, no.
There's leave.
My wife and I have had this discussion many times where I will blindly want her to support me no matter what I'm saying, no matter how stupid I'm being.
Or how wrong you is.
Exactly. No matter how wrong I might be, because Cheryl, God bless her, tends to think things out, and I'm not interested in that.
Don't let
I'm not
facts get in the way of
interested
my
in other
argument.
people's perspectives. No, you got my back no matter what.
Exactly, no matter what.
She's like, well, he's kind of right. No.
Hell to the no.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
I had taken a one-credit karate course.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
So many tremendous comments and calls coming in on the Thanksgiving stories at 800-919-3776. Again, whatever your favorite food is, I don't care. We're not doing that hacky stuff today, okay? I get it. We love it. We get it. I want to know about family conflicts. I want to know about what has gone wrong at Thanksgiving. I want to know about the nightmarish scenarios involving your holiday history, because that's what's entertaining, and you know it. And we had a guy a few minutes ago whose brother was in the Marines and pulled a knife on him and said, "You think you're tough now because he took a 1-credit karate class." Beat that!
Why didn't he's supposed to disarm his brother?
I don't know. If you take 1-credit karate, you should be able to take that knife away.
I tell you what, I want my money back from my karate class.
Exactly
Clearly, you
right.
didn't teach me the right stuff.
Exactly right. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York at 800-919-3776. It's noon o'clock, so that means what?
It's the power hour. Gobble, gobble.
We've had plenty of discussions today regarding the Jets at the beginning of the show. We've also gotten into the Yankees and excuse me, let me back up a second. We've also gotten into the Yankees and Hal Steinbrenner's comments from yesterday. We'll spend a little bit more time on that this hour as well. But, Bart, there are a couple things I want to bring up here. Number one, things that we haven't touched on. The Giants, I don't think we're paying enough attention to just how bad of a defense this has been. Think about this. In the Super Bowl era right now, they have the historically worst defense against the run of all time.
Are you serious?
Yes. Bart, after the other day, they were already there.
Worse
at 5
than Cowboys?
They were already there before the game the other day at 5.5 yards a carry. Jeez. They were giving up 11.9 yards a carry on Sunday. They are now giving up 5.9 yards per carry this season.
So basically 2 runs, you got you a first down.
Yep. Why would anybody ever throw the ball ever? Why?
That is hard to, when you think about even Burns, Thibodeau,
Dexter Lawrence. I mean, well, granted, he wasn't on the field the other day, but he's been on the field a lot this year. He's played a big part in that 5.5 a carry before Sunday.
Bro, that's worse than Cowboys. Remember how we looked at the Cowboys?
Yeah. This is.
So the Cowboys have secretly been better in stopping a run the last 4 or 5 weeks than wow.
That's how bad it's been for the entirety of the season. 5.9 yards per carry. 6 yards a carry.
Worse than Buffalo?
Worse than anybody in the Super Bowl era.
Oh, my God. Yeah, somebody got to get fired. If you can't stop the run, you can't do nothing.
I mean, how did Shane Bowen last this long? So it had to get to the point where you were giving up 12 yards a carry. How did that happen?
Yeah, you know everybody was like, yo, what's up, man? This dude, come on.
It was so bad
what
to
makes
watch
it worse,
how this is.
What makes it worse, like you said, it's the second highest paid defense in the NFL.
Yes. And here's the other thing I would like to know. At one point, I know that you can have bad coaching, okay? But at one point, do we acknowledge when we start to talk about the Joe Shane part of this that maybe, just maybe, it's not as good as we thought. The talent not as good as we thought when it comes to stopping the run, because you cannot be allowing that much on the ground and be considered a defense that at the beginning of the year was supposed to be a lot better than this.
Yeah, you spent all this money on every level. Okereke, big money. Hollins, big money.
Adebo,
big money.
Sexy
Dexter
Dexy had a
Lawrence,
big contract.
Brian Burns, big money.
I mean,
like you got
high draft picks with Carter and with Thibodeau.
Yeah, and with Banks.
I mean,
just if you can't cover nobody, don't mean your ass can't come up and tackle.
You let Xavier McKinney go, and you are now giving up 6 yards a carry this season.
Yeah,
that is.
Dalvin Tomlinson was the one that was for me, because Sexy Dex and Dalvin Tomlinson next to each other, you might as well just cancel Christmas in the middle.
It is freaking astounding that you could be that bad. Where to the point for me where it cannot just be about the coaching. And listen, Bowen should have been gone a while ago, okay? But you can make the argument, should Bowen have been gone after Denver? I mean, you've blown the 5, 10-point leads in games. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
Like, this is really some history book stuff that they're putting together in terms of their just pure incompetence on the defensive side.
And I don't see where it gets better. Not in the short term.
So how much of this can I actually blame on the talent?
I always told you that I thought this team should have been a 3-4 team to begin with. Like you saw,
what difference would that have made? Explain to me how that would have made a huge difference here.
Well, that puts 3 defensive linemen out there at the same time, and your linebackers are basically stand-up guys instead of and maybe they do play a 3-4. Sometimes I got to check it out.
I mean, they call it a 3-4, but so many of these teams now, it's not really a pure 3-4 or 4-3. It's more of what it looks like when you have a kind of a hybrid.
Well, it's 3 down. It was sub. Most teams are in sub, but if you go to their website, or you go to, they'll have it. They won't have it whether they run a 4-3 or 3-4. But when you look at their depth chart, it'll tell you all the story that you need to know about. Okay, what's their base package? So for me, like you put different people on the field. Like you saw. Well, okay, yeah, that's nope. Yep, that's nope. Okay, no, they're a 4-3 team.
Well, whatever it is, it's bad.
They got the nickel.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
And I can't – I really – like, when do I start to look at the talent and say this is the problem? It's not just the coaching.
Because they spent money, and he's from Detroit, so I was all for it. But they spent money on Chauncey Golston, and I haven't heard much about him all year.
Yeah.
And he was brought in to be depth. 6'5", 277 from Iowa. He's got 5 tackles this year. He's probably been a healthy scratch.
It's been bad. He's also been banged up too, but it's been bad.
Yeah,
it's been bad across the board.
He was brought in to be at his size, 6'5", 277. He's perfect to play that big elephant end. If you're in a 3-4, so you get 2 defensive tackles pretty much, and your Trevor Price, or for you, your Kiesel. You get your long, lean guy that kind of rips through there.
Well, all I can tell you is now when you see somebody like Gibbs rip off a 70-yard run the other day, I have to look at why everything has gone wrong. It is not just the coaching at that point. The evaluation of talent might be problematic too, and this speaks to me again as to why Joe Shane cannot be keeping this job at the end of the year. Like the Burns trade has turned out to be pretty good this year, especially with all the sacks that he's had.
That's the best thing that he did.
Yeah. Other than that, what else am I looking at that I feel like this is great? It's been unbelievable.
So this was the 2025 draft, right?
This past year, yeah.
Yep. So we can always redraft. That's usually what I like to do, because they're not getting anything out of the player that they got. So what player should they have gotten instead of – because remember, we thought that maybe they should move back. If they weren't going to get their quarterback, they should just move back and acquire more draft picks.
Well, but we talked about that, but I don't think they were – I can't sit here and criticize him on Abdul Carter.
No, you can't.
And I'm not going to.
But we can evaluate because knowing that Cam Ward went number 1, you had pretty much your pick for the best player in football. And Travis Hunter going 2, you look at what they could have got. Would they have been better with Mason Graham? Mason Graham seems like he's had an impactful season.
Mm-hmm.
Armand Minbu, I think he's shown that he's performed better than Abdul Carter. Loveland went high. I don't know about that.
He's been pretty good. He's started to come on lately. But again, the point is, like
McMillan, like they had an opportunity to get. They could have moved back and got some guys.
I'm very confident that somebody would have wanted to move up to get Abdul Carter.
This is a bad draft, to be honest.
So far.
This draft is really underwhelmed. Ashton Genty doesn't seem like he's the guy. Will Campbell is okay, but he's on injured reserve now. Travis Hunter.
Did he just? He must have got hurt the other day, huh?
He got carted off
the other day. Okay.
Week.
Okay.
McMillan has been okay. Like Kelvin Banks, we don't know what's going on in New Orleans. We haven't paid attention to that. Loveland, Mekhi Williams. I don't know about that. Tyler Booker has been playing well for them, but Kenneth Grant.
Listen, there are plenty of guys that it hasn't panned out so far, and the Giants could have traded back. I'm not going to knock them for not doing that. They took the player that was universally acknowledged to probably be the best overall player in the draft.
Yeah, this is an underwhelming draft. Kenneth Grant.
Yeah.
Has he did anything in
Miami? Is he Miami, right?
Yeah. Probably the guy that you could have said that, hey, I'd rather have him than Abdul Carter is maybe Jelani Walker.
Jelani Walker, who's a pass rusher.
He's playing really well for Smart Stewart. Hell, after he ended his holdout, they wish he would have stayed held out. They're like, man, we wish we wish you would have went back to the NFL back to college. I mean, I guess you could say Ibuka has been a godsend. Gray Zabel, I don't know what he's doing. Derek Harmon, that's your guy.
He's been banged up.
Amarian Hampton is not, he's on injury
the tight
reserve.
end Warren.
Yeah, he's balling. Matthew Golden, he
hasn't done much. He was hurt.
Right.
And he wasn't doing much when he has been on the field.
Yeah, Donovan Jackson. Then okay, James Pierce is playing decent.
But here's the point, okay? The whole thing is as the draft has not been good, his drafts overall have not been good. Like, he had one really good draft last year. I'm not going to kill him on Carter yet because Carter is still applying pressure. He just hasn't closed, and he's going to have to learn how to close. I told you, at the same pass rush rate that Brian Burns had, and he's got something like 35 hurries already this year. So I'm not going to get nuts on that. What I would say is Carter's got to learn how to close, and he's got to be more of a factor. And he can't be doing the stupid stuff that he was doing, like being late and sleeping through meetings and all of that stuff.
Yeah, so this draft still has a lot to prove, right? This draft has a lot to prove because if you look at the guys in the second and third rounds, just Cleveland alone, you can say, has been worth it. Because Malachi Starks in Baltimore, that's why they had to make the trade. They had to make the trade for the kid from the Chargers because Malachi Starks hasn't been balling. There hasn't been a lot of impact, I think, in this year's draft.
Let's hit John in Manhattan on ESPN New York. John, what's going on?
Hey, guys. Hey, Bart, you tell me if I'm wrong, but the first thing I learned as an outside linebacker in Sandlot football was contain. You can't let anybody get outside of you. We have on the Giants these race car outside linebackers / defensive ends that are going for the quarterback. You're not going to be able to tell Brian Burns, hey, you got contained. He's going for the quarterback.
Yeah.
So is Thibodeau, and so is Carter. Who's got contained? When I see us get burned, the Giants get burned, it's pitching the ball to the outside, and they're getting the corner on us every time.
Yeah, and like you're the edge of the defense. You're what we call the force of the defense. You're supposed to force everything back inside or spill it to make it bubble and take longer to develop. And these guys.
You can't have Brian Burns. You can't tell Brian Burns to do that. It's not his personality. That's not what he does. He goes for the quarterback.
Yeah, he's out there like Dwight Freeney and Mathis. They played a run on the way to the pass.
Well, look, I get it, but it's also Brian Burns is producing. So I can't have a big problem with him. I know what he's saying.
No, he's not producing. So this is the thing. He's getting sacks.
Yes.
Right? But they also are the number one or the 32nd rush defense in history. He has to take ownership in that too.
Okay. All right. That's fine. But at least I can say about him, he's applying pressure to the quarterback and getting sacks and closing the deal. What am I saying about Thibodeau? What am I saying about these other guys that want to get sacks and they're not doing it? Yeah. Then if you're not doing those things, you damn well better have contain.
Yeah, but to the caller's point, like you got guys selling out for stats, and the only stat that really matters, nobody cares about a defense, outside linebacker, defensive end that has a lot of tackles. They care about the ones that had the sacks, and he's going for the sacks. And it used to happen every once in a while with Dwight Freeney and Mathis because they were in these wide nines and they get up the field and teams are running draws or traps or stretch plays right where they should be. So, that's why I always appreciated, playing with Terrell Suggs because even though he was a sack artist, he played the run just as well, which allowed us to be able to be one of the outstanding defenses. James Harrison as well.
Strahan was fantastic against the run.
Right.
He learned to be fantastic against the run, as much as it kills me to give him credit for anything.
Yeah, and that's important, right? Because you can't rush the passer if you can't get him in third and long.
I know that this is heresy, but, boy, I hope Myles Garrett shatters this record.
Oh yeah, I can't listen. He's got at least one or two multi-sack games in him, and he's only 5 away.
Yeah, he's got 18 right now.
And 22 and a half is the record
through 11 games. Like he's going to beat that record. I'd be stunned if he didn't.
Yeah, if he don't get that, man, if he gets nicked up or something, it'd be funny. Like, could you imagine? Like Lamar Jackson laying down for him so he can get it.
Just symbolically, he should do that.
Yeah.
Just symbolically. Take a dive.
Yeah, go in the cradle position like Brett Favre did.
Just like Favre. Exactly. Boy, I tell you, don't bring that up to Strahan.
We're running the boot.
Don't bring it up to Strahan. He didn't want to hear it.
Stray, we all know that dude laid down for you. And it was getting to the end of the game, too.
I made that comment once. And it did not go over well. Not at all.
Ask Gas to know that question.
No, I know that. Mark's still ticked off about it. Is there anything that Mark's not angry about?
Could you imagine?
Honestly. How about this, dumbass? Maybe don't get a roughing the passer penalty in the AFC Championship game. How about that? Maybe we do that.
Could you imagine if, he approaches him like he approaches Brett Favre? Remember how he approached Brett Favre?
Yeah. You took away my record, Brett. You took away my record. Come on, Mark.
But what if he goes? What if he goes to Strahan? Paper champion. Paper champion.
I did at one point make some kind of a comment about it. I think it was on social media, and I covered them back in the day. Okay, and he did respond to it, like he was thoroughly annoyed by it. And he doesn't, I wouldn't sit here and say that he knows who I am, really, right? But
he knew you were somebody.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I made a comment back when I was covering the team. I will tell you this. Day before Super Bowl 42, I was doing pregame and postgame for the Giants then, and I had taped a Patriot for the pregame interview, but I had been trying to get Strahan all week long. And it was just, we'll make it happen. Okay. I get a call from the Giants PR staff on Saturday morning. Hey, Stray will do it. Come on over to the hotel. Okay. Go over to the hotel. 4 hours I waited. 4 hours. Didn't do it.
4 hours later.
4 hours. Didn't do it. And it wasn't the PR staff's fault at all. It was totally him. Oh, he's lifting. He'll be here. Oh, he's doing this. No, 4 hours. Dead to me. Dead to me. Day before the Super Bowl. 4 hours.
Damn, you basically that's Alan Hahn got that done to him by LeBron.
He did?
Yeah, LeBron when he was covering the decision. He was talking too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, LeBron. He used to be in the circle of trust. Not so much.
Allen used to be in the circle of trust with LeBron.
Yeah,
that's what you were saying. So Allen was talking too much about LeBron, so LeBron shut him out.
Yeah, the decision.
Oh wow!
Never got access again.
Wow, that's weak. That's LeBron. I would expect that from LeBron. Stray was like entirely too sensitive. Like I didn't spend all the time in the world doing that. And the other thing about Strahan, and he wasn't dumb about it either, but there were plenty of favorites that were played, and most of the favorites that were played at the time when I was around, again, that's like a 3-4 year period, were ones that had cameras. You know, when the cameras were on, we're acting one way. When the cameras were off, we're acting another.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You want to disrespect a man, you look a man in his eyes as I eat my Snickers.
I was there for the time that he got all bent out of shape and he was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich about the Plexico Burris thing.
Oh, man.
That was comedy. Anyway, I don't think he's a bad guy. Don't get me wrong. He just never cared for me. But once you make me sit and wait 4 hours, for you to show up, I'm sorry, we're done.
Oh, he just finished. He just finished up. He'll be right out.
Yeah. And it wasn't the PR guy's fault. They were doing everything they could. I knew exactly what was going on. You make one comment about a fake sack, you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York. Let's hit James, who is up next in Lake Grove. James, what's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Very well, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
You too, bud.
I just wanted to get, thank you so much, Bart's opinion. With Keuchly and Terrell Suggs being finalists for the Hall of Fame, I just kind of wanted to get an insider's opinion, somebody he was in the locker room with and somebody he played against. Yeah. Where do they rank, like all-time defensive players you got to play against, especially playing with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis? I just want to kind of get an insider's opinion on where you think they truly fall all-time.
Well, T. Sizzle was part of that, that core. It was, at every level. It was him and Haloti at the front end, Ray Lewis behind him, and Ed Reed on the back end. When you look at his numbers historically, I think he's somewhere like 116 sacks. He might be 12th overall. But what makes Terrell special is he was just as dominant in the run game as well. And so when you start getting to those levels, you start asking yourself, okay, well, you got the stats, but where did your defenses rank, right? So his defenses was always number 1, number 2, maybe number 5 every once in a while, maybe finished out of the top 10 maybe once or twice. But outside of that, then you're saying, well, he probably didn't get as many opportunities as other guys because his teams got off the field. His teams were number 1 defenses. So his numbers won't be as bold as maybe some of the gaudy numbers, but I think he's right there as far as sack rankings. And Keuchly was just simply one of the smartest, most instinctual linebackers that we've ever seen in our time, and he always made the big play too. So that's the difference. Like Keuchly had the interceptions. He was smart with the sacks. He was like a brainchild. He was like, to me, a more athletic Brian Urlacher. And, he was more athletic than Urlacher, being able to come down on the run and all that stuff. To me, and on the Urlacher team, Lance Briggs was the best player on there. Luke Keuchly, David Thomas or Thomas Davis, they were a hell of a tandem. The concussions, he couldn't keep going.
Oh, he dropped. I thought he was still there. My bad.
Oh.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. I always just assumed, even with Ray Lewis there, that Ed Reed was the best player you ever played with.
Yeah, Ed Reed was the best player I ever played with. Suggs was dominant. Jonathan Ogden Price, the second best player, most dominant player. Then I would go Ed Reed. Then I would go Ray Lewis. Then I would go Darrell Revis.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I think Revis probably gets forgotten in that group just because of all the people that you had in Baltimore,
Yeah, I think. So Terrell had 139 sacks.
That's more than I thought. I mean, Terrell Suggs, I always knew was not always knew. He's a Hall of Famer. There's no getting around that. He absolutely is.
He played a lot longer than I thought too.
How many years did he play? 13 years? 14 years?
Be right. It says 17. It can't
17?
Be right. He didn't play 17 years. He was a baby when he came in, but there's no way he played 17 years.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 1 o'clock, Rutgers will take on Notre Dame in college basketball at the Players Era Tournament out in Vegas. Rough one yesterday against Tennessee. 4:30, St. John's in that same tournament going to play the Baylor Bears. Coverage begins on 1050 ESPN and on the ESPN New York app. That begins at 4:10 p.m. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. 2 names that have come up for each New York baseball team that are awfully intriguing. You'll hear them from insiders next on ESPN New York.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Is Karl Anthony Towns finally comfortable in Mike Brown's offense?
34-12 for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges right corner. Baseline drive on Powell. Up top to Towns. Left wing 3 in the air. He got it. Karl Anthony Towns. He's got 37 points and 3 3-pointers.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay. It's called Pass the Leg, and here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds, because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. Again, that's FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's that time again, folks. The holidays are here, and if your partner's asking what to get you, make it easy for them. Tell them to add Manscaped to the list this year. From beard hedger to lawnmower trimmer, Manscaped keeps you clean, confident, and ready for every holiday gathering. These aren't just gifts. Trust me. They're smart upgrades for your daily routine. So this season, give the gift of grooming and confidence that lasts long after wrapping is gone. Take advantage of Target's Black Friday deals and get 25% off all power shavers. Hurry up, though. Offer ends November 30th.
Gave me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Before we do anything else, why don't you tell me a little bit about Samwell, Cowboy? What do you got going on there?
Oh, man, let me
Light me up!
Way to catch me off guard.
That's me, trying to keep you on your toes. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, man, I'm so happy we do this at the beginning and not the end, so if I stall, we don't have to go to a commercial. Damn it. Come on, Ray.
Where is it? I mean, it's just one piece of paper.
It's no.
That's rich. Who was that doing it? Joe Leo, who was that?
That was Tom.
That was Tom doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Tom Bauer?
Yep. I meant to hit this.
That's rich.
He just made it up. I really can't find it, man.
Well, then find it and we'll get back to it. How about that?
Okay,
Not enough O's and smooth on this show. We really cannot get it going. So I want to play these two cuts for you, okay? First of all, if people have not heard it, Michael has been espousing this theory a little bit. It's almost like there might be something that he knows could be going on.
He got the windy fingers?
It's possible. Then Buster Olney, coincidentally on the Michael K. Show, brought this up as well. What happens if the Yankees don't get Bellinger?
Kyle Tucker's, going to get a $300 million plus deal, but Cody Bellinger's not going to be that far away from that. And from what I understand, there's a lot of plan. Cody, who knows if the Blue Jays get involved, other big market teams get involved because of the positional flexibility. So I agree with you. I think there is a world in which the Yankees don't sign him back. And Fernando Tatis Jr. would be a great fit in a lot of ways. He's 100%. He's an excellent defender. He would improve their defense. He's already under contract. Time goes on. If he continues to, grow as a player, that contract could look very affordable. So I love the idea.
How about that?
Why would the Padres want to get rid of Tatis? He had one of his best seasons since coming back from the steroid and all the performance enhancers. It seems like him and Manny Machado's getting along. He's kind of being little bro.
Here's what I would say. I feel like in San Diego, there's only so long that you can manage those kind of contracts where you are paying that much money. What do you got, Joe?
Padres are also trying to sell, so.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to, that's a problem.
They're trying to break it up. They're saying
we're just talking about your Tatis discussions. Michael just walked into the studio. He's here today. And he's come in to do the last half hour with us for the entire time and not eat his pizza either. Did you bring the pizza in? No, you didn't bring it in. He asked me if I wanted pizza again, and I told him no this time.
But he knows the answer is always yes.
Well, so I told him no this time. It's okay.
Well, you got to save up for Thanksgiving, man.
No, don't worry about that. So what's the deal here? You got Tatis coming to the Yankees?
Well, that was my proposal. I think it's a perfect fit.
Is it windy fingers?
What do you mean windy finger?
Something's going on?
No. I'm just trying
windy
to
fingers?
Sometimes I've been very fortunate in nailing stuff like this that, just something that makes sense. It makes sense.
Is that a Gucci? Is that a Gucci hoodie?
You know what? I thought you were going to be in the studio tonight. I wore this nice hoodie, and it's a polo hoodie.
Okay, because I was looking at the sleeves with the red and the
you like it?
And the blue, yeah, that's nice.
That's all I want.
I like the shoestrings too. You see, I couldn't even get to the question before Carlin even said anything. It's all like, oh man, you swagged out. Is that cashmere?
No, it's not. I don't have that kind of money like you.
Stop
yeah.
it.
No, you're slumming it. Yeah, you're slumming it. I'll tell you, what you guys are, relatable. That's
You
what
think
you are.
so?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. What's going on with Tatis here? You got him coming to the Yankees or what?
You know, I think there's going to be a point where they'll tap out on Bellinger.
Right.
I mean, Bellinger's not going to give any hometown
Bellinger
discount.
$300 million.
I think it's a lot, and it's going to be over $30 million a year. And if they're looking for more than like 5 years, I'd have to say thanks. We had a great time.
I wouldn't blame him.
But if you look at Tatis, what looked like an onerous contract at one point is not. It averages less than $25 million a year. It only signs him through his age 37 season, so you're not going to get those ridiculous years where he's not going to be effective.
Right.
Will he play on Broadway? I don't know, but he's a right-handed hitter. They want to get more right-handed. He's an outstanding defender, so you could put him in left field. And if worse comes to worse, you could actually put him back on the dirt. He was a really good shortstop. Mm-hmm. I think it makes sense. And everybody, it's going to take a lot. Yeah, it's going to take a lot. It took a lot to get Soto, and it got you to the World Series.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it gives them a lot of flexibility. You talk about, but why would the Padres get rid of such a young, talented player now that he seems healthy and had come off his best year?
Good question. I think they've got to shed salary. I mean, Peter Seidler spent all this money knowing that he was dying and he wanted to win a World Series, and that market doesn't hold it. So Darvish is untradeable. Bogarts is untradeable.
Yep.
I don't think that they would trade Machado, and I think he's close to untradeable because that contract now goes into the 40s. The most tradable contract is Tatis. I'm not saying that he's even on the market, but I would certainly make the phone call.
But this is what I was saying to Bart before about the idea with the Padres is you can have that kind of payroll, but not for every year. You can do that for a couple of years, but at some point you're going to get out of it.
And your team, right? They got a World Series out of it. But all those contracts they signed, and I said this on the show yesterday, you're going to sign these long-term deals, great. Fans are going to go nuts.
They were getting kicked in the pants about Simeon's deal.
And then you are going to want to get rid of them.
Yep.
You're just going to want to get rid of them. And they got rid of Simeon, and they're looking to get rid of Seager. I'm telling you, these teams cannot afford that kind of expenditure that far into the future.
Can Seager play shortstop anymore?
I'm doubtful. I mean, when he's out there, he can play.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he could give you 120 games at shortstop.
Leave the trophy at the door.
Yeah. So, you know what? It's worth it because you won a title.
Absolutely, it was worth it.
Yeah.
How does a guy like Tatis play in the clubhouse? Because, it was a little disdain for him. I don't know if he's mature, but how does that play in the clubhouse? Do they have the leadership that can kind of reel him in? It gives me Chad Chisholm type of vibes. You know what I mean? He's very effective.
It's a great question, and I've heard different things about him, mixed things about him in the clubhouse. But I do have the utmost belief in Judge. Right. That clubhouse is Judge's clubhouse, and really, Jazz Chisholm is a handful, but Boone, the two Aarons, the Yank Aarons, they make it work.
Oh, I like that.
You
the
like
Yank
that?
Aarons,
Thank you.
The Yank Aarons.
They make it work, and the analytic people look at it this way: they don't care about anything else other than talent. If you have talent, they can make it play. That's what they believe. They'll work around anything else. There wasn't a big market for Jazz Chisholm.
No, there wasn't. Listen, I was really sad to hear that the Yankees can't turn a profit yesterday.
I knew that would affect you.
That was tough. That was tough to hear.
First of all, John Heyman asked the question.
Yes, he did.
So he had to answer the question.
Yes, he did.
Surprised Hal went there. Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, so is $100 million a year? Is that taxes or is that the what the cost was in building the place?
It's the interest, I believe, on the bonds that they issued to build the place. So the Yankees essentially paid for the place.
Right.
But there's also a good part of that too. So whatever they paid for the place, they don't pay into revenue sharing, which is money that they'd have to pay anyway into revenue sharing.
And listen, I understand that from Hal's perspective. What I would say is there wasn't a new Dodger Stadium built. Nobody needed it for sure. But you're doing what you got to do in terms of wanting to get all the suites and all the premium seating that you can.
Both teams had that deal done when Giuliani was in office and 9/11 happened, so then it was put off.
Yeah.
But it was actually a better deal for both teams, the Mets and the Yankees, before 9/11, but you couldn't really justify that expenditure after 9/11.
Now, here's what I'd really like to know. With the holiday coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a vast family. I mean, for Pete's sake, Danny Aiello was your uncle.
Yeah. I have 29 first cousins.
29 first cousins.
Right.
You have to have had some major incident or some holiday nightmarish argument scenario that sticks out?
Really, I'm going to disappoint you because you know I'm a freak, right? And so you're looking for something freaky.
No, I'm just looking. I had one guy call in that actually got stabbed.
No,
by his brother.
Listen,
accidentally, but
I
he got
am
stabbed.
so low maintenance. Like,
I'm not talking about you specifically.
No.
Anybody in your family.
No, nothing of that. I mean, in the last couple of years, you steer away from political stuff.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
there's different sides of the aisle. I'm not going to say which side I'm on. I wonder what side Peter's on. That's what I
wish he would tell us.
Yeah, he never ever tips his hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's an enigma.
Yeah, he really is.
Really is.
Wrapped in a riddle.
You know what? It's amazing. We had that at a family, I think it was at Christmas a few years ago with my brother Jim. And again, I won't tell you which side he's on.
Jim Carlin.
Jim Carlin,
Uh-huh.
yeah. You can look it up in the state of Iowa.
Okay.
Jim Carlin,
Yeah.
running for Senate, in fact.
Really?
Yes, he is.
And we'll see what side of the aisle
we'll know
he's
exactly
on.
what
Yes,
side
he will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But at any rate, my wife asked a question because he was a state senator for a long time about what he was most proud of as far as an accomplishment. And what he was most proud of would certainly be something that would be considered controversial among people. And to which it became a thing at a table.
Public executions he's for.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
But my brother-in-law did say to him at one point, "You don't come into my house with that crap."
Really?
Yes.
See,
and
you're
I'm
asking for trouble if you talk politics.
But the whole time I'm staring at my wife because when it comes to my brother, I don't blame the 10-year-old who drove the car off the cliff. I blame the person that gave him the keys.
Interesting.
And my wife handed him the keys.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing in any kind of holidays now is what's happening in politics.
Yes.
It's so polarizing.
It is. It is. And I just you got to stay away from it.
Does
You gotta
Jim
stay
look
away.
like you?
No, he's better looking than me.
Beefy?
He's not thin.
Okay.
But he's not, I wouldn't call him chunky. Jim was the best athlete of the family.
Right.
And Thanksgiving always invokes a memory of him making an unbelievable catch in the Thanksgiving Day game, Chatham Township against Chatham Borough, and then tripping at the 5-yard line and not scoring. It was glorious. It was glorious.
You were rooting for that.
I wasn't rooting for it. It just happened to happen. I was like, oh, I've got this for the rest of
How
your
much
life.
older is he than you?
10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the youngest of 6.
But you just get the
8
crap
years
beat out of
between
you.
me and my sister.
So you were a mistake.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
100. Look at me. Can you think of me as anything else but a mistake?
Well, I think you're a joy. I think you're a delight. So even if you started as a mistake, now you're the pride and joy.
My parents didn't come together and say, "Oh my God, what serendipity! What a happy accident!"
Yeah, and then they took you to the ice cream place in Manhattan.
I don't know if I told you this. So my mom passed last year, and occasionally at 91, she still had the fastball.
Mm-hmm.
So I, in the last couple of years, would try to get those truths that I've never been able to get before on family issues and such out of her, because it was not like breaking into Fort Knox all of a sudden. So finally I said, this is probably 2-3 months before she passed. She was particularly with it. And I said, Mom, let me ask you something. When Dad found out that you were pregnant with me, how ticked off was he? And I might have said the other word. And she said, your father was fine. I was livid.
Wow. Well, she knew how difficult the birth would be.
Exactly.
Were you a big child?
Yes. Even C-section. Come on.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No.
How much did you weigh at birth?
9 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh, that's
Not outrageous.
21 inches long.
I bet.
Yeah, that's
Giant head. Thank you. Oh, my God. I can't
This
even.
took a turn.
DiPietro made a comment.
What did he say?
After I was the 6th of 6. He's like, you could have walked out. Thanks, Rick.
Wow.
And then, to
That's
which
only
I said,
Rick could say it.
thanks for saying that about my mom who died last year.
And you know what? He didn't feel badly at all.
Oh, no, he did.
No, he really?
He did in a minute. Yeah, he's like, oh. Yeah, he was like.
He was over in a minute.
Yeah, he was. Oh, no, he's over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to the holiday party just to drop by?
I drop by out on the island?
Yeah. You don't do the island drop by.
It's under consideration. Again, if somebody's going to chopper me out to the island, sure, I'll be there.
Now, how'd you feel about Rutgers' performance on Saturday?
I didn't even. You didn't even talk about that. I didn't even know what.
42-9.
That's
was
not
the
bad.
final. The two
play the
receivers
backups?
didn't play for them.
Did you do any screaming for Phil?
What do you mean?
Yeah, he loves when you scream. Phil Mushnick.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about somebody relevant.
Oh, wow.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24th, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro. Like it never even happened.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on-site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
Year. You should be out here tailgating and cheering on your team and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw is Sandwell's Pain and is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication, just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that delivers real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica. With a plan that is customized for you, same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you off the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com, call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SamwellPayne.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today. Hello?
Are we here?
Oh, okay. I'm like, all right.
I didn't know you were doing that live.
I saw nobody there. I was
Michael
like,
and I were chatting. We're just
I was like, was I talking to myself?
I heard the commercial. I thought it was just playing.
I was like, was I talking to myself?
I mean, we're lucky the mic wasn't on because we're talking dirty stuff. Dirty
That's
stuff.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like one of them Red Fox albums you used to listen to when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to make you. You didn't have to hang.
You said I had to be on for a half hour.
I just said it to get your reaction.
Your humor lands flat, my friend.
Listen, Carlin. May cost you a little, may cost you a lot, but it's going to cost us.
Well, what if I make you sit in for the first half hour of the show? I know you want to get home.
You know what I call that? I call that poetic justice.
Yeah.
I say that there's going to be a giant Carlin-shaped hole in the door at 1 o'clock. That's what I'd say. Hey, Motley Crue is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Carnival of Sins at PNC Bank Art Center. Michael was there when they put out that album. He was in on the recording sessions. Friday, July 31st, 2026, ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile, submit your entry. It's brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. So you are doing your show at the holiday party out on the island, correct?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Sure.
You sound excited.
I love it.
It's going to be good.
Press the flesh.
Yeah, the fans love you. But I'm wondering, like, last year was the end of the era, so to speak.
Yeah.
It was the last show together.
Yeah, very sad.
With you and Don and Peter.
Emotional.
So with that being the case, will there be any sort of reunion at all for a song, for anything?
Well, I mean, I think there'll be a little spillover, as they say in the business. But reunion, I mean.
How do you feel a year into this without them?
Couldn't be happier.
It's amazing.
No, I really miss Don. No, I miss doing the show. I really do. But I mean, these hours are unbelievable, and I've really enjoyed doing the show by myself.
Do you miss reading tweets about the Middle East during your show that are put out by your co-host?
Gee, I never saw those. You know, he always maybe he blocked me on those because I never really knew which way he leaned.
Or about wrestling or about
those bothered me.
Anything that really didn't have to do with the show.
Well, I would love. One time I called Peter. I said, "This was sent at 3:58. We're doing a show,
right?
Some reviewing of a hip hop album. Oh no, I had that on time or
scheduled it.
I said you're a liar.
No,
you're a liar.
I scheduled it to specifically release it during our show when we're talking about something else, which still in and of itself, I would argue, might be dumber.
I don't want to put a level of dumbness to it, but it was curious. I'll put it that way.
Well, anyway, so what are you doing today on the show? What's going on? On the big show
we've got Paul Feinbaum on. I am really, really befuddled by college football and what's happening with Lane Kiffin. The guy might not. They could make the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
and he might not be the coach.
Did you hear the comments of him answering questions earlier?
No.
So they have now. You know about the statement that was put out the other day by the AD.
Right.
We'll deal with it after the Egg Bowl. All that. Here he is getting asked about it. This is about 50 seconds long.
Lane, Keith released a statement on Friday saying that you, him, and Chancellor Boyce had a meeting about your future. Are you able to elaborate on the nature of that meeting at all?
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, very fair question, but we're not answering anything that doesn't have to do with the game and the team and the season. But fair question.
You mentioned on Pat McAfee how you don't make decisions based on money. When you do make your decisions, what are the considerations for you then, especially when it comes to football decisions, right? Like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, very fair question, but I'm not going into it because, like I said at the beginning, I'm going to keep this to this team. And
he says expects a decision on Saturday. Is that a decision that's been made, or is that still in consideration? Like, people are just curious about that.
Yeah, so you can just keep going. I'm not going to answer them, so that's 3 of them. You got another one?
Yeah, it's amazing to me how long you talk about the team. Whether or not you coach the team is a pretty big deal.
Yeah. I'll talk about the team. Are you going to be coaching this team in 2 weeks?
Here's something that I would propose to all of us in the media. Let's stop interviewing these people.
Yeah.
Just stop. They don't like us. We don't like them. We're trying to find out stuff that they don't want out there. Well, what are we doing? They never answer questions. On to Cincinnati.
So, like, never anything at all, not even after games,
it's worthless.
Nothing at all.
It's worthless. It's worthless. Has anything ever come out from a coach's interview that you say, "Wow, I didn't think that"?
I would say when they get agitated, that's entertaining. That's about the only thing, though.
Yeah, and you know what? I would also give some thought about even talking to players. I mean, after the hot battle that they were just in, and 15 minutes later, you're sitting there asking them, why did they don't want to? Bart, I mean, did you want to really talk to the media?
Yes. I didn't mind
because Bart's a loose cannon.
No, because he was smart and he was thinking about his brand. But a lot of players aren't like that.
Well, they have a role to do, and you appreciate. I appreciated that when they had to do their job. I can answer it however I want to answer it. So you can use the media as a tool to get your message out there. You know what I mean?
Because you're smart. I don't think a lot of players look at it that way, and I just think I think that Tony Kornheiser was well ahead of his time. He would never have
a player
on his radio show.
Yep.
They don't say anything. We used to pay money. I mean, the money that we paid Eli Manning, it was all worthwhile because of the Eli is elite thing.
Yes.
I mean, that gave us such legs.
Yes.
That right there.
I mean, it was an entire season.
An entire season. I mean, it was throughout the Super Bowl. It was played.
Yeah.
That was worth it. But, I mean, you just don't get that. For the most part, was Eli really telling you anything on Monday after a game? So having players, we had Sauce Gardner on nothing. You got nothing out of it.
We got our money's worth out of Jamal Adams for a bit.
Right. You have to have a loose cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so here's the headline for me. Michael K, most players are really dumb. That's what I took out of it.
Well, you know what? You could take out of it what you want when you make that giant-sized hole and you run out of here, and I'll deal with it. I'll deal with the shrapnel in the 2 hours, yeah. Fallout is the word I was looking for. Thank you.
So it's Feinbaum today, which Feinbaum is entertaining.
Yeah, Marcus Spears usually joins us on Tuesday, and he kind of flipped us off. He can't do it today.
Yeah, Harry gave us the old screw job. Wanted to go do charity work today.
Charity work?
Yeah.
Yeah, dare him. We do charity.
We get it, Harry, okay?
Being on your show is charity.
Exactly.
And he looked at it that way?
Killing the time here for 20 minutes.
So
that could be a write-off.
I've done a real charitable thing today, right?
Yes, you have. Carlin's about to run through the door like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah. Michael's next. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans clear the runway and be it